Welcome to the live stream. I'm making breakfast today. So, turkey bacon, it's 2 pieces, just broke them in half. And oh snap, water got in the pot. And then take an egg, take a bowl. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the stream. Uniquely Mia here. Break it. What did y'all eat for breakfast? Is that a shell? Hey, Joseph. Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning, Joseph? Glad you could be on the stream. What did you make for breakfast today, or what are your plans? What are you going to eat for breakfast? Welcome to the live stream. Uniquely Mia here. We are making breakfast this morning. So, let's flip it. So this is 2 pieces of bacon. I just broke it in half. It looks like I'm burning the bacon. Well, that's sad. It's burnt. It's okay. I'll still eat it. At least I know it's cooked, right? That's my thing with turkey bacon, which is one of the reasons why I did break it in half. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat uncooked pieces. Uniquely Mia is afraid of eating raw pieces of meat, guys. So I accidentally burnt the turkey bacon and now it's curling up. So I don't know how it's going to cook evenly, but welcome to the live stream. I'm making breakfast. I'm going to make like a turkey bacon egg sandwich. Thank you, Eric. Glad you think my hands are immaculate. How's everyone day going? Feel free to like the video. Shout out if you are a returning supporter. If you are a new viewer here, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and I show y'all what my life is like. We have eat with me's, cook with me's, technology videos, fashion videos, and a lot more. So I turned the stove down to like 3, 2.5. But the oil is hot, so it's cooking fast. Like, I don't think it's cooked all the way. Hello, King of the Weather. Welcome. How are you doing today, King of the Weather? Have not seen you in a while on the live streams. Glad you could be on today. Hey, Anthony Lee, how are you doing today? You like pork bacon? You can eat a whole bag. Yeah, I've never had pork bacon in my life, but I do. People do have. You guys who eat pork, you do love your pork. That's what I have to say about that. But Yeah, I want to say I could eat a whole pack of turkey bacon. It's a lot of oil. But I normally get 3 pieces, but yesterday I didn't cook 3 because I felt like, I normally have 3 yesterday. I made 3 pieces of bacon and I thought that was too much. So today we're only going to be doing 2. But what are you planning on eating for breakfast, Anthony? Are you going to go for the pork bacon or something else? King of the Weather said, you've been quite busy. Nice, King of the Weather. You've been out in the world doing awesome things. Oh, you're under an extreme heat warning again in August. Stay safe. Stay safe. Hey, Blue, how are you doing? No, Blue, we're not doing moderators in this live stream, but glad you could be here today. And let me know, guys, what did y'all eat for breakfast? Not a perfect omelet. We kind of got a hole in the circle, but it's okay. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Mahami, glad you could be here. Anthony said, okay, you made an egg sandwich this morning with onions and cheese. Okay, nice. Sounds very, very good. Sounds good. I've never had onions or cheese in my eggs before, Anthony, but sounds delicious. So I guess I'm channeling you a little bit with the breakfast that I'm having today because, as you can see, I'm eating like an egg sandwich, but I will be putting turkey bacon in here. I want to evenly spread out the egg. So the stove is still on. This is how I toast my bread at school since I don't have a toaster. And watch, it's going to toast it almost perfectly. Sometimes I prefer how the stove toasts my bread rather than a toaster. That on top. It's in a few seconds. Flip. See, perfect for me. It's not too toasty, but it's just right. Sometimes I do like it a little darker, but I guess the pot wasn't that hot because it's on like 2.5 right now. Welcome, welcome from Rwanda. What's it like in Rwanda today? And then take a little more foil. Let's see what the other side looks like. It's okay. Not the best toast, but I do like it like this. So I'm going to wash dishes, so I like to wrap it up in aluminum foil a little bit. Keep the heat while I wash the dishes. I'm a person, I have to clean up before I eat. Some people are the opposite. They eat first and then they clean up. I don't really like doing that. So we're going to wash dishes. Anthony said, oh, you put butter on your toast as well? Nice. Yeah, I do that sometimes, but I'm not a big butter person. So that's why. But hey, okay, you got to check on Kamori. Nice, nice. Anthony said, how's school going? It's going good. Thank you so much for asking, Anthony. Welcome, welcome. NC bread? What is, I don't know what NC bread is. I've never heard of that before. Well, welcome, welcome everybody to the live stream. Uniquely Mia here. Let me know, how's your day going? What did you guys eat for breakfast? Don't forget to like the video. If you have just joined, you are a returning supporter. Shout out to you. If you're a new viewer here, consider liking the video and subscribing. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I just finished making my breakfast, so I have to wash the dishes and then I'll go and do like a food review for y'all. Alrighty, guys, so we are heading into the room. One second. Hello, Unique Lamia here. Give me 1 second to get the stuff and come back. Alrighty, guys. So, how's everyone day going today or morning? I'm Unique Lamia. For everyone who doesn't know who I am a dual degree grad student studying public administration and criminal justice, and you're welcome on the channel for your positivity and uniqueness. So, just finished making breakfast. This is a breakfast sandwich. I like to call this the Unique Lamia breakfast sandwich specialty. Okay? And yes, I just named the sandwich after myself. So who told you can't do that? Nobody. You can name a sandwich after yourself. I say that because I tend to make this a lot at school. I find it's quick, it's easy. It has like quote unquote almost all of my favorite breakfast items. It's just missing like the potatoes, and then it'll be perfect. But yeah, what were you guys saying while I was doing all that? Blue said, can you put a poll, please? Should scrambled eggs, pancakes, can the poll last for the whole life? How will you choose what you want to eat for breakfast then? I mean, I could do the poll. Let me see. Wait, let me make the poll. All right, so help a fellow supporter decide what to eat for breakfast, guys. King of the Weather said, me, I have a question. Do you have rain in New York? I do not know, King of the Weather. No idea. I'm not in New York. Blue said, I came home at 3 a.m. yesterday from Istanbul. Okay. Very cool. Oh, it was flooded. No, that's not cool, but it's cool that you went to Istanbul or Istanbul. I'm so sorry I mispronounced it. King of the Weather said, I know Juneteenth, you guys got rain. Did we? I think a little bit. Yeah, like a little drizzle rain. Anthony said, Friday night I went out. He didn't get home until Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Wow. So you had a party, okay? Blue said, I was awake all night. Wow, we'll definitely get some rest soon. Thank you. I will definitely enjoy, but first bite for you guys. My mom raised me not to be greedy. My turn. Eggs get cold so fast. How are you telling me these eggs are already cold? It's good. It's just a little chewy, but that's just like the turkey bacon texture with the bread, things like that. I think I need a type of sauce. I have ketchup, but like I don't want to put the ketchup because I feel like the ketchup is like a little overpowering. But it's good. Eggs get cold so very fast, guys. Anthony said, I love watching women eat. Y'all just look so adorable when y'all are eating. Okay, Anthony. Well, I'm glad I make content that you enjoy. So definitely take a deep dive into Unique Lamia's eating content. Go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch my food review videos. And we got a lot of food reviews, a lot of videos of Unique Lamia eating. Hello, Yonda. How are you doing today? Turkey bacon, it's like salty and sweet because I'm chewing it and I'm like, where is that sweet flavor coming from? It's the turkey bacon because I know my eggs ain't sweet. My bread I don't get sweet. And then it's also a little salty, or that could be the eggs. I know I put a lot of salt because I can't find the black pepper, but one of the two. Where's Evan? I don't know, but Evan, if you're out there catching Pokemon, who else beyond Drake, John Hay, Fern, hopefully you guys are doing really good. Memphis, hopefully you guys are doing good. Sending you positive vibes. Holly, hopefully you're doing well. And all of Unique Lamia supporters who are not on this live stream today. But shout out to the people who are here today. Really do appreciate you for spending time, taking time out of your day to be here. Really do appreciate y'all. This is Deer Park water, spring water. In prior years, I used a Brita, which is purified water. But then my mom, she was like, you know, purified water is not good, right? She told me a whole bunch of stuff that we going through purified water. I'm like, eh. Now that you say that, let's not bring back the Brita this semester. So before my mom and Stu left, they literally bought me my mom literally bought me 2 big cases of water. So hopefully I don't have to go to Walmart anymore to buy water, because carrying cases of water, guys, really, really hard to do that. And in my school, all they sell is the Dasani purified water. Guys, who knew water could have taste? But Dasani is disgusting, okay? I hate Dasani water so much. I don't know what they put in that water, but it's nasty. So purified water is good. And Uniquely Me just went on a rant about water for y'all. But yeah, drink spring water is more of the story for y'all. What are we saying? Kamori is sleeping. Okay, that's very, very cute. King of the Weather. Tell hi to Kamori. If you guys don't know who Kamori is, it's King of the Weather's cat. Very cool. You got 34 supporters. That's awesome, Blue Mochi. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Hey, Francis. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Blue said, what's your favorite snack you have at home right now? In my dorm room, my favorite snack that I have right now? Puluri. I'm going to make that today, I feel like. The only thing why Puluri, it's like a Puluri mixture. The only reason why I haven't made it yet is because I don't have a sauce to eat with it. Because when I made it at home, I would use like salad dressing sauce. It wasn't what you get at Costco. It wasn't like, or BJ's. It wasn't like basic salad dressing sauce. But I don't have any sauces here. I have ketchup, I have mustard. I'm not eating Puluri with ketchup and mustard. Ew, that's nasty. So, but Puluri is definitely my favorite snack. And if you don't know what Puluri is, it's basically fried flour that has like chickpeas in it, and it's really good. It's like fried flour with chickpeas in it. It's quick and easy to make too, but the sauce is what's gonna be missing from it. But I don't want it to spoil. So yeah. What are we saying? Okay, you have a video on your YouTube channel. King of the Weather. Nice. Okay, so I will check it out. Hey, Francis. Glad you're doing good. I'm doing good as well. What are your plans for the day? Feel free to let me know. Thank you so much for your kind words, Francis. Thank you. Glad you like my hairstyle and my face. I like my hairstyle and my face as well. Thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it. Welcome everybody to the live stream. If you are a returning supporter, really appreciate your continued support. If you're a new viewer here, feel free to let me know. How's your day going? Any plans for the day? What did y'all eat for breakfast? The algorithm knew that you wanted to be part of a community where you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness, so recommend the channel. Make sure to like the video and do subscribe. So, what are we saying? King of the Weather said, okay, you got a red New York Yankee hat. Okay, red New York Yankee fitted hat. Awesome, awesome. Very cool, King of the Weather. You're saying you're going to get high, Francis? Okay. Okay. As long as it's legal, and where you're doing that, don't engage in overconsumption, because we don't want that happening to you, okay? Like, okay, so you do you, as long as it's legal, and you're not going to endanger your health, Francis. Blue said, after this, you should write people's name and tell them to write it in chat. Okay. Okay, Blue. Thank you, Francis. All right. Oh, you didn't eat anything yet? Okay. Understandable. Yeah. It's like brunch, honestly. Like, 9 times out of 10, I don't eat breakfast every day, but like, I went to sleep yesterday and I was like, I want an egg turkey bacon sandwich for breakfast. Don't lie to me, okay, guys? Nobody in the comments, don't tell me that you don't think about what you're going to eat for breakfast sometimes before you even go to sleep. All right? It happens once in a while, right? Before you go to sleep, like sometimes in the night, I'll be like sleeping and then I'm like, before I go to sleep or while I'm sleeping, I'm like, I want like cereal for breakfast, or like I want a turkey, egg, bacon sandwich, right? Everyone does it once in a while. If you're saying you don't do it, you are an extra terrestrial being or a human I have yet to come across with that personality type. However, for Uniquely Mia, I planned my breakfast before I went. That doesn't happen every day. Some days I skip breakfast for sure. All right, King, what's the same hat you told me about? Okay, nice. Hey, Fort Mercedes, also known as Jeffrey. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Okay, Blue, you're going to go ahead and eat pancakes. So do you need the poll still then? I mean, if you decided what you're going to eat, what are we saying? You've done that before. Yeah, okay. So you've done that before. You're like visualizing what you want to eat for breakfast. Yeah. Or like visualizing what you want to eat for dinner. Things like that, especially when you have your meals prepped out. So it's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. While we're on the topic of like food, what's your favorite meal of the day to eat? Do you prefer like breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Personally, for me, I prefer lunch, honestly. Why do I prefer lunch? Because I feel like after it hits 12 p.m., you can have lunch at any time, right? And you can eat anything for lunch. If you want breakfast, you can eat that for lunch. If you want like dinner food, you can eat that for lunch. If you want lunch food, you can eat that for lunch. And then I feel like lunch, that can be your heaviest meal. People say sometimes that dinner or breakfast is supposed to be your heaviest meal of the day, but genuinely it's dinner, which is people's heaviest meal of the day. I don't like that, because imagine this. It takes at least 4 hours for your food to digest, right? So if it takes 4 hours for your food to digest, how are we eating dinner? How do people eat like dinner late sometimes, like 5 p.m., 7 p.m.? I mean, you probably have to go to sleep late and then expect your food to be fully digested. Personally, for me, I feel like your lightest meal should be dinner and your heaviest meal should be lunch, because if you eat a heavy breakfast, you're probably not gonna get that hungry late. So it depends on what you're doing. But that's my take on it. Let's break the sandwich apart. It was too big. I don't want that. You broke it apart. Oh. All right, King of the Weather said pancakes won. All right, nice. You're gonna message Evan. All right. King of the Weather said lunch or breakfast. Okay, that's what you prefer. King of the Weather, yeah. Yeah, lunch or breakfast is cool. Okay, lunch for you is your favorite meal of the day, Francis. Okay, nice. Yeah, lunch is definitely my favorite meal too, because like you can eat anything that you want to eat for lunch. Blue said my food takes 000, okay, 0.0 seconds to be digested. All right. King of the Leather said I eat chicken tenders and dino chicken nuggets for breakfast. All right, King of Leather, nice. Well, you know what? You're getting your protein in, and it's fun to eat fried food, so understandable why you do that. So you do you. Shout out to you for that. Very nice. It's burnt. I don't want burnt bacon. Francis said it would be better if I was going out to lunch with you. Okay. Well, you know what, Francis? When I'm eating lunch, like if I do a live stream and I'm like, hey guys, Uniquely Me is eating lunch right now, that should be your cue to go get some food, Francis, and we can eat lunch together. So message to all my supporters. You guys ever want to eat a meal with Uniquely Mia? Like, where's your breakfast, guys? You want to eat a meal with Uniquely Mia? Go get some breakfast. I'm still eating, all right? So go get some breakfast, start eating, so you can do the same thing with lunch and dinner, things like that. King of the Weather said, "Oh, thanks to your air fryer." Well, shout out to your air fryer, King of the Weather. I've never used an air fryer. Like, I see it, and people are like, it's much healthier than like frying stuff, but I don't know. But is that like the only thing you can do, like just fry stuff in an air fryer, or like does it have like other capabilities, things like that? Because I don't know. If it's multifunctional where you can do other things outside of frying food, I feel like very, very cool. I don't fry stuff that much, to be honest. Hey, Desert, how you doing today? Glad you could be here. Wait, that's dessert. How are you doing today? What are you saying? Blue said, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Make sure to spam the like button. Turn on notifications, and most importantly, subscribe to the stream. Yup, do consider doing that. Hey, how are you doing, Mr.? Glad you could be here. Hey, Mr. Cool from South Africa. I'm doing great. How are you doing today? I'm reporting all the way live from the United States of America. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. So consider liking the video, subscribing, and turning on your post notifications. Right now I'm eating breakfast. This is a turkey bacon and egg sandwich that I made. It's really cold now, so I'm about to start eating it because it was cold when I first bit into it. I know I've been talking a lot. It's probably still cold. Explorers said they eat completely different food than from the United States. So what's your traditional breakfast meal that you are going to eat, or your lunch meal that you would typically eat? Can I eat this in one bite? Yes, I can. Oh, snap, my bacon. You guys want my bacon. My mom's saying food falls down. People want your food. It was good. Like, it's filling, but like it's also light, because sometimes I'll eat food and I feel stuffed. I hate that feeling. I finished eating breakfast. I'm not hungry anymore, but I feel full, but I don't feel stuffed. That's how I like to eat, guys. Remember to drink your water. Try to chug at least one water bottle a day. I had to chug this one water bottle because I really haven't been drinking a lot of water. Oh my gosh, that just gave me a headache. I don't know. I got like a water freeze. Do you guys know what that is? Like when you drink too much water, you get a headache. Oh no. It's a real thing, okay? Remember to drink your water though. I have a whole bottle of water. Excuse me. Okay. I think we're good, guys. Okay. Channel Explorer said, oh, cassava and tea. Nice. So like, how do you cook that cassava? Do you like boil it? Do you cook it? Do you boil it and do you eat it with like saltfish or some type of meat, beef, chicken, things like that? Or do you fry the cassava? One time my mom, when I was home, she ran out of breakfast potatoes, but she had cassava. So you know what she did? She made eggs, she made turkey bacon, and she like made home fry cassava. It was really, really good. It was better than potatoes. So cassava is good. Very nice. And what type of tea do you drink? Personally, for me, I'm not a tea person. I'm a hot chocolate person. Anytime my mom hears that I'm sick, the first thing she tells me is like, I told you need to be drinking tea. You need to be drinking tea. And I'm like, I don't like tea. It's nasty. Like, to me, I don't like it. The tea is particularly lemon tea. But what type of tea do you drink? You're making me hungry already. Well, go get it. Go get a snack. If you already ate breakfast, always has room for a snack. Like, I just said I'm full, right? But if you put like a piece of chocolate cake in front of me, I'm eating that chocolate cake no matter how full I am. So I'm full. I'm not gonna get another meal, but like if I have chocolate cake or something that some type of good dessert in front of me, best believe I'm eating that. So my plate for breakfast was in aluminum foil, so we just roll it up in a ball and we can throw it in the garbage. So I washed my clothes this morning. However, my roommate, she still has her clothes in the dryer, so I don't have their number, so I'm just waiting for them to remove the clothes from the dryer, and then once they do that, I'll go put my clothes to dry. I'll wait until maybe like 3 p.m., 2 p.m. If the clothes is still there, I'll just go ahead and move her clothes into the bag and put my clothes to dry. Today is definitely like my cleaning day, I like to say, on Sunday. So I already cleaned my bathroom, already cleaned that. So the most I'll do cleaning wise in this stream is just reorganize my desk and maybe make up my bed. Very basic, basic things like that. Okay, so oh, you boil it and fry it. Very nice. So very, very nice. Blue said, can you tell everyone to write their names in the chat, and you can write the name. All right, guys. Blue, guys, do you want to write your name in the chat? If you write your name in the chat, I'll write it down on a piece of paper. Yeah. But what's the purpose of that, Blue? You've been asking me to do that for a while, so I'll do it now. So if you guys want me to write your name down on a piece of paper, write your name in the chat. But, like, what's the purpose of that, Blue? Channel Explorer said, no, where's it? Oh. Wait, you're watching this stream in a desert village? Really? That's cool, but it's scary at the same time. Like, the desert village? You guys have internet, or do you have, like, satellite internet? Yeah. How you get an internet? Okay, you have satellite internet. How do you get around? You guys have cars, right? Or, like, do you do, like, the Mummy style with the camels? I don't know, guys, okay? I just see movies, so, like, you said you're watching this from a desert village. How hot is it, first question? What country are you in? Second question. Like, not the Sahara Desert. That can't be inhabitable. Like, which desert? Okay, you're having coffee now, Francis. Nice. What type of coffee? My mom, she loves French vanilla. I can't do coffee. I'm not a coffee person. I've tried it 2 times in my life just because my mom, she tricked me one time. Well, 2 times she tricked me. I asked her to get me hot chocolate, and she's like, they ran out, so she got me a cappuccino. Couldn't do it. Okay, you'll get a lot of views and likes. All right. So if you guys want me to write your name down on a piece of paper, write your name in the chat. Francis said, you know my name. Okay, so it's Francis. All right. So we'll get an index card, piece of paper. We'll write the supporter's name in the chat. All right. Desert said, okay, we are exactly where northern and the southern equator hemisphere meet. Really? Wow. Where is that? I got Google. My best friend's name is Google. We got Google. Okay. What country is located exactly where? Meet. Let's see what. Really? Okay, so there's no countries exactly where the southern and the northern and southern hemisphere meets according to Google, but there are countries on the equator. So there's South America, Africa, Asia, and there's also islands. So are you in South America, Africa, or Asia when near the equator? That's interesting. Wow. Okay. So apparently we have somebody, guys, tuning in from the desert area, a desert village. Okay, cool. Hey, Kamori. Does my mom like Starbucks coffee? She says she never had it in her life, PK. Desert, and that would be an expensive habit too if she likes Starbucks coffee. Like, I never gotten that from Starbucks, but I am on social media, and those Starbucks prices, wow. It's literally like $10, $13 for one drink at Starbucks. Okay, you struggle with internet connection there. All right. 69 said you go out there. You out here for the black or white bunnies? What? I've never owned a bunny in my life. I'm scared of animals for the most part. I feel like I wasn't scared of Wilfrey, but for the most part, outside of Wilfred and horses, I'm not taking on any animal, bunny, or anything like that. Okay, so we already know King of the Weather. Alright. Oh, but Blue, some people may not want to share their real name, and that's okay. So if they don't want to share their real name, I'll just write down their channel name if that's what they want me to do. Hey, how are you doing? 7385. You confident? Love the energy. What's the secret? Thank you so much for your kind words. That's like one of the best comments I have gotten on the stream that I really like that comment, right? So thank you. So glad that you can see my internal self-confidence coming out. And you know what? What is the secret to Uniquely Mia being as confident as she is? First off, shout out to my mom, shout out to my parents, shout out to Queen Mother. She is awesome. All right. I feel like it definitely started at a young age. All right. So for me, if your self-confidence wasn't taught to you at a young age, you can obviously develop it in your adult life as a teenager, things like that. However, personally for me, shout out to my mom, she really encouraged me to have my own internal self-confidence. All right. When I was in elementary school, when I was going through experiencing bullies, like, and they were saying these mean things about me, I would go to her and she's like, it's not them. All right. And that could have been my mom being a little biased, but to be honest, but like, it's not you, it's them. And that's what you got to think about, honestly. That's what you have to think about. And then as I grew up, I feel like I took a lot of classes sometimes. The schools that I went to, I feel like they definitely had a factor, because some of the schools that I went to, they did encourage you to be vocal. And I think sometimes when you are encouraged to be vocal and when you are encouraged to share your opinions on different topics, various topics in an academic setting and like even at home sometimes, that contributes to your self-confidence, because I don't think your self-confidence just relates to the way you look. It relates to internally. Do you have the self-confidence to be vocal, to convey your disagreements that you have with people, to convey your agreements that you have with people? Because you guys may say that's easy, but no, not a lot of people are comfortable saying what they like, what they don't like. They're not comfortable engaging in confrontation when it's needed sometimes, or being that odd person out. And shout out to all the haters in my family too, because honestly, it's the haters in my family too that have contributed to my self-confidence. Growing up, when I was hanging around close family members, I was always the odd person out. Like, it was always Uniquely Mia who didn't conform, and Uniquely Mia who they made fun of when they would form cliques together. I was never in that clique with my family members. So I think when you experience something like that, personally for me, you do develop self-confidence, because you get comfortable being by yourself in a way. So you get comfortable being uniquely you. So if you are somebody who's obviously not uniquely me, because we all have different lived experiences, and you want to know what my secret is to have self-confidence, so that way you guys can have positive energy and your confidence, as 7385 said, the new pinned comment, you can't really care about what people think. You can't care about what people think. Obviously, when you are in an academic setting, obviously when you are in a professional capacity, you do have to care about what people think, because you want to get a good grade, you probably want to get a good raise, you want to be the best you can in your job that you're doing. However, outside of that, when you are around your family members, you can't care about what every single family member thinks about you. When I'm around my family members, it's literally only a handful of people, less than a handful of people, that I truly care what they think about me. Outside of that, as long as I am behaving in a way that makes me happy and being my true authentic self in a way that makes that one person or two people happy, that I truly care about what they think about me, let everybody else think negative about me. I don't care. Let the whole world think negative about you, guys, as long as you are happy with the way that you are operating and you are happy with the choices that you are making. So that is a secret to being your own unique self and having self-confidence in any space that you go in, okay? And this can translate to any space that you go in, even though sometimes you may have to change your behavior and conform to social norms in any space that you go in. And I say this all the time on the live streams, particularly yesterday. In any space that you go in, you need to be the main character, okay? You need to be the main character in your own life, and you need to be the main character anywhere you go. Main character doesn't mean overriding other people's opinions and being totally disrespectful. No, that's not what it means. Being a main character is saying, hey, when you watch a movie, the main character, they're facing different challenges, they're encountering different difficulties, but what does the main character do in a movie? They always have confidence in themselves, that no matter what they're experiencing, no matter all the negative people that's coming at them, they know that they deserve to be in the space. They have their goals that they want to achieve. So yeah, that's the secret to having self-confidence, in my opinion, from a uniquely Mia's point of view. So yeah, really love that question, and thank you. That's a really great. I really love that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your kind words, because that's a form of kindness in my mindset for that. But Desert said, I'm from the northern part of Kenya. Okay, very cool, very cool. So is it cold there? Is the next question. How's my Sunday going, PK? It's going good. No complaint. Yeah, no complaints. It's okay. How's your Sunday going, PK? Hey, GS. How are you doing? Okay, let me Google that name. I want to see, like, if they have pictures. Let me see. Okay, let me Google. What'd you say to Google? Nanyuki Equator Town. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, it's a real place. Nice. Not that I didn't believe you, but wow, okay. I didn't know deserts could look like that. I can definitely see the desert vibes, because you have, like, your land, like, where your dirt is, it looks like sand, but you still have the trees and everything. So that's really cool. Very cool. Wow. Okay, nice. Looks like a little city. That's a big town you from, based on the pictures that I'm seeing on the internet. That's a big desert town, but very cool. PK said they've never had Starbucks. Hey, Anthony Lee. You just met a woman, okay, that is born December 12th. I'm born December 21st. Do you think two Sagittarius can date each other and it'll work? That's up to you. I'm like, when I look at zodiac signs, I'm not a person to say, oh, just because, like, okay, I like zodiac signs, okay? I like it just because I love Greek mythology. That's where my obsession with zodiac signs start, and that's where it ends, okay? Literally, that's where it starts and where it ends. My obsession with Greek mythology, and you guys may be wondering, hey, Mia, how does zodiac signs relate to Greek mythology? Not all zodiac signs relate to Greek mythology, but me as a Sagittarius, I'm a centaur. I relate to Greek mythology, okay? So that's where my obsession with it starts, and that's where it ends, Anthony. So when you are starting to get into the deep dives of Sagittarius, of the deep dives of zodiac signs, saying, hey, an Aquarius and a Libra, an Aquarius or a Sagittarius can't get along with each other, I don't believe in that. Why? Because my mom, when I was younger, she still has the book somewhere. She had a book about astrology and zodiac signs, and it's like, next to each sign they have hearts, and the less hearts were like the people who you are supposed to hate and not get along. My mom and myself, we have one heart. People who don't like me or who don't talk to me and who I'm like, I'm not going to be around you if I have a choice. We have like 5 hearts. I'm like, what in the world is this madness? How I got 5 hearts with people who don't even like me, or I don't even like them, but I have one heart with the one person that I actually truly like 100%. Like, what in the world? So after I saw that when I was young, I saw that like in elementary school, I was like, you know what? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the zodiacs when they say, oh, astrology, this sign is supposed to like this sign. I do think sometimes it gets the personalities right of the zodiac signs. I will say that. But ultimately, Anthony, I feel like if you guys want to date each other and you guys are respectful to each other and you guys actually liked each other, then I guess your relationship could work, Anthony. Yeah, I do play Roblox sometimes, Blue, but I really haven't been on in a while. Desert said, we are near the park. Okay. Only 2 remain in northern. Okay, cool, Desert, and welcome to the live stream if you just joined. As Blue said, consider liking the video. Do you consider subscribing to the channel and joining the Uniquely Mia community, where you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. White rhinos. Wow, you have white rhinos here? Okay. Oh, what my family members saying when I was younger to like make me feel like the odd person out. It was just making fun of you sometimes about like your style choice, your relationship with like your family members, and even sometimes at my grown age, like the main thing is like my relationship with my mom. I feel like so sometimes my family members, they would be like, "Oh, you're too close with your mom. You're acting like a baby around your mom. You're too close with your mom. You should not be that close to your mom." I feel like things like that, which makes no sense to me. But yeah, it makes no sense to me when people say that to me. So I feel like that, and like at my age now, obviously I grew up, I developed self-confidence, and I understand there's nothing wrong with having such a close relationship with your mom. There's nothing wrong with that, with your mom being quote unquote almost like your best friend. But there's nothing wrong with that. However, when you're a little kid, when you're in elementary school, guys, when you're in middle school and you have people who's around your age or people who you almost look up to a little bit around that age group telling you negative things about that or making fun of your style choices. I love dressing colorful, and that's not nothing new, okay? When I was young, that's how I dressed, okay? I just grew up, and the style choice, the fashion, the styles maybe changed, but the same color aspect for my outfits, it stayed with me. So to answer that question, PK, is just things revolving around that. And even though it may seem like basic things to you, when I feel like 9 times out of 10 when we look back about stressors or things that seem so serious to us when we were little, it's minimal things. But as a little kid, it was very hurtful. But so it was just things like that. So I think that, like I said, shout out to them too, because they definitely contributed to my self-confidence in a way too. All the negative people definitely did contribute to the self-confidence a little bit. But yeah, it's just like a lifelong journey of building your self-confidence. And as I said, if you want to develop self-confidence at your current age, you can do it. You can do it, but the first step is really not caring about what every little person wants, because not a little person, but every person wants you, or not caring about what every person says about you. Because I think, go watch my Q&A video, because one question I was asked in my Q&A video that I did was, what's a secret to Uniquely Mia's positivity? And my answer was like, I really can't care about what every supporter, not every supporter, but what every person who watches my videos perceives as being positive. I can't care about that sometimes if I really want to be the core of what Uniquely Mia is and promote the core positivity of Uniquely Mia. Why? Because one thing that I may do that I perceive it to be positive and another supporter may perceive to be positive, they could be another supporter on my channel who perceives that as being negative. So if I was trying to conform to what every single one of my supporters thought was positive behavior, guys, there would be no Uniquely Mia. Because remember, we have different lived experiences, we have different opinions, we have different things. So that plays into our perceptions of what positivity is. All right, and obviously there's a formal definition, but that's interpreted differently to people. So if you want to be part of a community where you are welcome for your opinions on what positivity is, and want to know what some other people's perceptions or ideals of positivity are, like the video and subscribe to the channel, because this is a safe community, this is a safe space. As long as we discuss age appropriate content, where all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome. So yeah, let's get started reading. It's called, okay, I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, Desert, but thanks for the pronunciation. Perhaps after live stream, I'll do some more research into your community that you're sharing about. PK said, being the odd one out, I respect that. Be yourself and never change, excuse me, for anyone or anything unless you choose to. Exactly, 100%. I do like that. I'm just doing a whole bunch of pins this morning. You guys are writing some really nice stuff. I do like that message. Blue said, okay, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Yes, do make sure to like the button, turn on notifications, 100%. Oh, you're playing Twisted King Leather. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Des, it was a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for sharing about your community. I hope to see you in the next live stream or the comment section of my full-length traditional YouTube video or YouTube shorts. All right, 7385 said, wow, I never would have guessed you were hated on and bullied at all. Oh, thank you. That sucks, but congratulations for rising above it. And thanks for such an intellectual and deep response. My pleasure, and thank you for asking that question, because that was definitely a great question. I love when people ask me questions about what contributes to, I don't know, your self-confidence or positivity or things like that. I really love those type of questions because I know not everyone in the world, unfortunately, not everyone has that same type of confidence in themselves. So I just feel like when you guys ask these type of questions and I'm able to share my insights on that, hopefully somebody can implement it in their life and make their life a little more positive and a little more better. So thank you so much for asking that question, 7385. And if you want to continue to be part of the community, do consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Hey, how are you doing? I'm glad you could be here. Glad your Sunday's going okay, PK. Do you have any plans this Sunday or no? Hey, how are you doing? You want me, gal? You could be here. Are you beautiful as well? Thank you so much, Desert. You're beautiful as well. Blue said, rule, don't curse or say bad words. Rule 2, don't fight. Rule 3, ban everyone. We don't want to ban everyone. Why would we ban everyone? May people continue to subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much for your kind words, Desert. Really do appreciate it. What's a willow peak? I've never heard of a willow peak in my entire life. Hey, how are you doing, Elmo? Glad you could be here. What are the white bugs on your hair? Is those white stuff in my hair? It could be dandruff, unfortunately, or it could just be lint. I don't know, one of the two. When did I wash my hair? I washed my hair when did I get this hairstyle? Like about 4 weeks ago? I don't know. It could be dandruff or lint. One of the two. Thank you. Glad you like my hair. No need to spam. Why are you spamming? What are you saying? I go from the Addams family. Have the same hairline. Okay. Cool. What is happening? Your headline is actually amazing. Actually, just here, right? Okay. Hey Siri, stop. Kayla said I was thinking about playing with you. Well, perhaps Kayla, I'll be on Roblox later, and if you're on, I'll join you for a game for sure. If I'm on later. You have over 20,000 subscribers. Shout out to you. That's awesome for you, humanity. Congrats. That's amazing. Moderators always block at people. Do moderators get paid? No. It's just like, I feel like, I don't know. But I had to take a break from moderators on my channel, because anytime I give somebody moderator status, 9 times out of 10, it was going crazy, guys. But I don't know what the appeal is of being a moderator, at least on my channel. I don't think it's fun. I feel like maybe on other people's channels, their moderators have free range. So I guess I'd be blocking or doing a whole bunch of random stuff. And on my channel, I like ground rules for my moderators. And if they don't follow the ground rules, their moderator status is taken away. So it's not that fun to be a moderator on my channel. But I don't know what the incentive. For everyone who wants to be a moderator, can you tell me, why do you guys want to be moderators so bad? Like, what's the incentive of being a moderator for y'all? It's called a Widow's Peak, not Willows. Widows. But it could be Willows, but more commonly known as Widow's Peak. Like a widow, like that. Hey, PK. If you're close with your mom, then that's good. And I say keep the closeness. I know some people who unfortunately don't have parents and wish they did. Yeah, exactly. So what I've boiled it down to, guys, honestly, when people tend to make fun of my relationship with my mother, is just because they didn't have a good relationship with theirs, okay? That's what I gotta, or not a positive relationship, because that's what I gotta say. Because sometimes you'll be on social media and people be posting pictures with their dads or whatever, and they'll be hugging their dads, and then in the comment section is a whole bunch of weird comments. Like, people are like, your dad's not supposed to hug you like that. Why is your dad touching like that? What? It's that person's dad. Like, you don't have a positive relation with your dad. Why are you making a big deal about your dad? So that's how I look at it when people make fun of my relationship with my mom or call me a baby or names because of my relationship with my mom. You just didn't have a positive relationship with yours, so you don't know what a positive relationship looks like. So that's how you gotta look at it, PK, to be honest. So like I said, if I had a time machine and I could go back to Uniquely Mia's younger self, guys, I would have had the most self-confidence as a little girl, for real, because literally it makes no sense why little kids, or not even little kids when I was younger, were making fun of me or whatever. It was really crazy. They didn't have anything better to do. That's how you have to look at it, to be honest. Can you listen? Okay, nice. Yeah, I do have, oh no, I don't have Robux on Roblox. I bought that one time when I first joined. I'm like, never again will I do that. But yeah, I don't have that. Oh, Anthony said most island people have widows. Okay, peak. All right. PK said today I plan on going to some stores and maybe go swimming. Very nice. Okay, cool. Enjoy it, PK. I will have to go to the gym because I was like, this semester, this is where I will be like using all the on-campus facilities that I have yet to use. So there's a pool, but I feel like I might go to the indoor pool. When I go to the pool though, unfortunately, I probably won't be able to record for y'all because I went in there one time just to walk around to I mean, I'll be able to record the pool, but I won't be able to live stream for y'all when I do go to the pool because I went in there one time to walk around and I was live streaming and the guy came out and he was like, you can't record in here. So I'll be able to record the water, but I'll be going to the pool too. I don't know if I want to go. It's going to be hot for a while though. Where I attend school, it takes really long to get cold. And then there's also a rock climbing wall at my school. I've never used a rock climbing wall, so we're going to use that. I went rock climbing like 2 times and it was fun. I like rock climbing. Definitely fun, but anytime I go they look closed, so we'll see. That's the only 2 on-campus things I really haven't done, or on-campus resources that I haven't used. I'm trying to use up all the resources that I've been paying for, but I have yet to use them. Definitely go rock climbing, PK. But if you're scared of heights, or if like you're scared of having your back just hanging off, it may not be for you, but it is fun to go rock climbing, and it's a form of exercise too, for sure, because you're climbing up, so you need to be able to like pull up your body weight in a way, so it's fun. I do like it. I did it when I was younger and it was really fun, so you will probably enjoy it, PK, for sure. All right, did you like rock climbing, Blue, or were you like, hey, it's not for you? But welcome everybody to the live stream. How's everyone doing today? I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and I show you what my life is like. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome, as long as we communicate to each other in a kind of respectful way. Excuse me. I don't know if it's hiccups or what, but if you have a question, comment, or concern, feel free to ask it. What did I say I was doing? I said that I was going to organize my desk and then make up my bed. And that's basically it. My room is not, oh yeah, I want to check and see if the roommate took her clothes out the dryer so I can put my clothes to dry. No, I can't play Roblox right now since I'm live streaming. Perhaps I'll be on Roblox later, Blue. But y'all lead the discussion, to be honest, on my channel, so if you have a question, comment, or concern, if you want to start a discussion, get my insights on something, feel free to type it out. If not, guys, then it's going to get a little quiet. I guess ASMR cleaning sounds is what y'all hear. So, yeah. What do we say? PK said, I also like going bungee jumping. Wow. Oh, no, you said you also like. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I said, what did I say? I said when I hit 1 million supporters on YouTube, I think I'll go skydiving, for sure. I would never do bungee jumping, personally, for me, because I'm like, I don't want the rope to break. At least if I do skydiving and something happens, I'm not going to feel the weight of the rope breaking, okay? But 1,000,000 supporters, guys, and Uniquely Mia will go skydiving. I say that because I feel like when I get to 1,000,000 supporters on YouTube, I should be making a good amount of income off of YouTube so I could go to the facility that the wealthy people use. And 1,000,000 supporters, that's just gonna be like a very awesome accomplishment and celebration. So yeah, 1,000,000 supporters will go skydiving, and we'll stream it for sure. We're gonna have the income to get like one of those internet connections, that false satellite Wi-Fi that follows you everywhere. So I have internet in the sky. Queen Mother, she says she's not doing that. She says she'll be at the bottom, waiting for me on the plane to push me. I don't know what of the two, guys. But that's what I'm doing when I hit 1,000,000 supporters. I've never played Fortnite. Well, no, that's a lie. I have played Fortnite because G, he has a Fortnite. So I played Fortnite. I got beat up. G had to take over and like beat up the guy who was beating me up. So yeah, I have played Fortnite, but I'm not surviving Fortnite. Because that wasn't good, guys. I was dying, and then G had to grab the device for me, like, thing. So I will say I like Fortnite because like I'll listen to the music. So while G's playing, I'll be listening to the music and I'll be dancing in the background to Fortnite. The songs are good, and they have the cool dances, I will say, or the interesting dances. Hey Fitzroy, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Good afternoon to you as well. Happy Sunday. Sending blessings to you as well. Thank you so much for sending the blessings to my mom and myself. We really appreciate it. Ooh, you're doing island tours. Very nice. So are you going to the other island? Because my mom said in Grenada there's 2 islands. Like obviously there's Grenada, but then there's like another island that's Grenada, but like not Grenada officially. So are you going there, or are you staying on the island and doing island tours? And if you're doing that, what type of island tours are you doing? Are you going to the mountains? I remember one time when it was a very traumatic experience, guys. Okay, this is the story, right? Very traumatic experience. I don't remember a lot from my childhood, but I remember this. It was literally raining, right? And my mom, somebody else in my family, okay, my mom and my dad and his friends and stuff, we went to this mountain, right? We went to this mountain and in Grenada, right? And my mom was like, she didn't want to go, but everyone else who she was with, they wanted to go. So they peer pressured my mom into going into the mountain while it was muddy, right? And in Grenada, it was muddy. There was no cement, right? And I distinctively remember I was sitting on my dad's shoulders, right? I was sitting on his shoulders, right? We were walking. The waterfall was right here. The waterfall with the cliff was right here. We were walking on a small pathway. There was no boundary line. You know what happened? We fell down. I was sitting on my dad's neck. He fell down with me on his neck. I could have went over the ledge. That could have been the end of Uniquely Mia, guys. It was so scary. I distinctly remember that because I know it was traumatizing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine sitting on somebody's neck, right? Like sitting on their shoulders, right? There's like a cliff with a waterfall down below. The person slips and you fall down. Both of us went down. But luckily we didn't fall down. Luckily we were safe. But what I tell you, I never want to go. I never want to go to that area again, or I never want to go hiking like that again, guys. Just because of that one experience. I'm like, no. I should have put that in my book. I wanted to make my book a children's book, so I didn't write that traumatic experience down in the book. But that's what happened. So when in Grenada, hopefully, Fitzroy, if you're still on, hopefully that waterfall, I don't know the name of it, but I don't think there were many down there. Hopefully they have now built barriers. And that was bad on the employee too, because why would the employee let us go while it was after it was raining? The employee knew the pathway was muddy, but they still let us go. So that was ridiculous, but that was crazy. Anyway, Blue said, advice for everyone, okay, is never give up and spread positivity. Don't let anyone hold you back. 100%, Blue. That is some awesome, amazing advice. Have you ever been in a hot air balloon? No, I've never been in a hot air balloon. And personally for me, I don't have any desire to go in a hot air balloon. Because like skydiving, that appeared out of nowhere. And I feel like I have a desire to go skydiving. But a hot air balloon, for me, it's like fire's right on top of you. I don't want that. And like how many, what if they jam pack the hot air balloon? And then like, I don't get the appeal. You're probably gonna pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to just float up in the air. I can get a plane ticket cheaper, okay? And I can actually go somewhere with a plane ticket with that. So, yeah, I have no desire to go in a hot air balloon, and I've never done it, PK. Fitzroy said, okay, we are doing Grenada only 7 Sisters waterfall. Oh snap, was that the waterfall I went to? I don't know. Can you hike on that waterfall? I don't know. This is where I need my mom to ask him. 7 Sisters waterfall. The monkey at the rainforest. Ooh, chocolate factory. Yeah, nice. Okay, rum factory. Welcome, come rock watching the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Grenada, beautiful. Very, very nice. Sounds like a fun tour. Don't take nobody hiking, please, on that thing. If you are taking people hiking, don't go when it's raining, though. But sounds fun, Fitzroy, do enjoy it. And I'm sure you're, the people that you were taking on the tours are definitely gonna have a great time, too. King of the Weather said, what time do you think you're gonna be able? I really don't know, King of the Weather. Because after the live stream, I have to do some stuff, too. So I don't know. PK said, I've never been in a hot air balloon, but I like to try. Okay, well, you know what you gotta do, PK? Manifest it, all right? You're already manifesting it right now, because talking about it on the stream, shout out to you for that, because we are manifesting, hey, PK wants to do this. So now what you gotta do, PK, is if you believe in vision boards or things like that, write it down. Oh no! It was the 7 Sisters hiking trails. Okay, Fitzroy. Wait, did you say you're taking the people hiking or not? Wait, you said you're going to the 7 Sisters waterfall. Okay, so it sounds like the waterfall. Wait, do you have to hike to get to the waterfall? Be safe, PK, if you gotta hike. Be safe, okay? Not PK's not hiking. I mean Fitzroy. Sorry, your names get jumbled in my head sometimes. Be safe, though, Fitzroy, if you were hiking up that mountain because of that hiking trail. Because when I tell you, that literally happened while I was in elementary school, and I remember it. I don't remember a lot of stuff going back in my childhood. I remember that traumatic moment so much. Could have been the end of Unique Lamia, man. That was so scary. So yeah, be careful when you're hiking. What was for breakfast? I had a turkey bacon and egg sandwich. Blue said, can I be, nope, not doing moderators. Can I be moderator? I know you will say no, but, oh, well, happy birthday. That's awesome. What do you plan on doing for your birthday, Blue? However, we're not doing moderators in this stream. Hey, Cats, how are you doing? Really, you didn't get the notification? What did I post today? Did I post more than 3 videos? I don't know. I know I posted a fully nutritional YouTube video, so if you guys haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's like my last official day in South America, Guyana. It takes us outside of Georgetown into the region of Linden in Guyana. Linden is like their country a little bit, one of their country regions. Guyana has multiple different country regions, so definitely go watch that fully nutritional YouTube video. But glad you're here now, Cats. Glad you're here now. How's your morning going, Cats? Did your niece and your sister have a great time at the carnival that they were watching yesterday? But welcome everybody to the live stream. Unique Lamia here. Glad you could be on the live stream. If you are a returning supporter, shout out to you. Really appreciate your continued support. I am seeing some familiar names. If you are a new viewer here, consider liking the video and subscribing. I have fashion videos, travel videos, Eat With Me technology videos, and a lot more. You are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. You know, you're on Roblox. All right. Hey, Desert. Welcome back. PK said, question for anyone who's been hiking. Have you ever seen a bear, mountain, or lion nearby? King of the Weather said, just let me know where you're on Roblox. Okay, King of the Weather. Today you're going to watch my video. All right. So definitely enjoy. And if you want to let me know, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. Oh, excuse me. That question was for Blue. Because Blue asked to help us decide what she wants to eat for breakfast, or what they, I don't know if you're female, male, but what they wanted to eat for breakfast, Cat. So they gave me they wanted me to create a poll. So they said they had the option between scrambled eggs and pancakes. So if you want to help Blue out, feel free to vote in the poll. But I had breakfast. I ate, started off as like a cook with me stream. So I had turkey bacon with eggs, and I just made it into like a sandwich. Now, answering your questions and starting to clean up a little bit. My room's not overly dirty. The benefits of the second week of classes. I did put my clothes to wash earlier. However, I think my roommates still had clothes in the dryer, so we're just waiting, give them some time to wake up. I'm gonna wait till like 3 p.m. If the clothes aren't moved by 3 p.m., I'll just put it in like a plastic bag on top of the dryer for them. But yeah, it's a weekend, so I understand why it may take long to remove the clothes. So no rush for that. Blue said, yes, I've seen a bear and mountain lion when hiking. I see bears more often. Wow, how do you get away from the bear when you see them? I see a lot of people saying don't run away. Some people are like, run away. Other people are like, they're not even going hiking to try it. Okay, hang this up. My desk, I like to describe it as like an organized mess. Some people would see my desk and like, why is your desk so messy? Because I can find everything. I have a bad habit. It's not even a bad habit because it works for me. I can't work when my desk is too clean. Obviously, if it's the first day of classes, valid reason why my desk is going to be too clean. But after the first day of classes, if my desk is too clean, I'm like, it needs to be messy. I can't concentrate. I can't do nothing if my desk is too clean when I'm doing schoolwork. Do you guys like that, or is it only me? Oh, these are questions. Water bottle, throw it away. What are we saying? Fitzroy said, yes, it's hiking trails. Okay. Ooh, be careful. We are going there with a few. Okay. Waterfall, empty camel. All right. It's beautiful. One also, let's see, a waterfall. It's nice. Grenada. We have no poison animals. Okay. Ooh, you have snack. Oh, you have snakes. Why did I read snacks? You have snakes, not poisonous. Really? Your snakes in Grenada aren't poisonous? Wow. I did not know that. I'll be scared the same way though. But is Guyana far from the U.S.? I don't know how many miles it is, but yeah, it's definitely far. It's far enough where you need to take a plane or a boat. You can't drive there. So yeah, it's pretty far. Like what am I saying? Guyana is in South America. The United States is in North America. So one is closer. South America is closer to like it's the southern hemisphere since it's hot all the time there, and then North America is closer to the northern hemisphere. So almost on opposite sides of each other. But the good thing is, there's not like a time zone difference that you're traveling. It's not as far as Europe, I don't think, because when I went to Paris, I was literally on the plane for like a whole entire day. That was the longest. It wasn't a whole day. I think it was like 10 hours, I think, plane ride to Paris is. But, so it was long, but from like New York to Guyana, it's only like 5 hours on the plane. So you're not changing time zones. I feel like when you change time zones, that's how you know it's really far. A little messy's always fun. Kat said, I just finished my breakfast. Okay. Ooh, okay. It was salmon. Ooh, it's spinach. Okay. Pasta salad. Nice. Okay. Oh, you warm up your pasta salad dough. You know what? I get that. Especially, like, since you put salmon. I mean, I don't think I could eat raw fish. So, sounds good, though, Kat. All right. So, you chefed up. Or, I know you say your roommate cooks for you. So, if your roommate cooked that meal, shout out to your roommate. It sounds really good. The breakfast that your roommate made and that you had today, very nice. You had pasta with spinach and salmon. Very, very nice. I had nothing as intricate. I'll probably, I just had a sandwich. I mean, I still have my mom's food, so I'll probably eat today for my mom food. I have two foods defrosting, so I had ziti. Well, I had ziti yesterday, but I have half of it left. And then I also have like cabbage with shrimp and rice. I'll probably eat the cabbage, shrimp, and rice today. I haven't tasted it yet, so I'll taste that, let y'all know what I think about it. Ooh, you have plans today? Nice. What are you doing today, King of the Weather? Oh, you watched the video. What'd you think about it, Desert? PK said, I've seen a few bears, coyote, mountain lions, and wolves. Wow. How'd you survive that? Okay, we're gonna watch my Trinidad and Tobago content next. All right, thank you so much for your support, Desert. Really do appreciate your support by watching my full nutritional YouTube videos and watching the live streams. Hopefully you enjoy the Trinidad and Tobago videos. You get like a nice food review in some of them that you watch, and then there's also an airport tour of the Trinidad and Tobago's airport. Hey David, how are you doing? Wow, Anthony, really? You fish for alligators? 1, did you eat the alligators? 2, how'd you survive that? Like, what was the bait? How are you strong enough to, like, pull an alligator out of the water? Did it take just you or, like, more than one person do that? Wow. Kat said, hey, King of the Weather, I've missed you. How's it going? Desert said, but kindly bring us more longer videos. Which videos are you watching? If you're talking about the Trinidad and Tobago videos, I do, when I travel places, well, this is what I do. When I make travel videos, 9 times out of 10, the longest travel video you will ever get from me is probably 30 minutes long. So sometimes if you're watching Unique Limia's video and you're like, hey, why did your video break apart? Just because I know, like, not all people's probably going to watch 30-minute video. Or, I mean, not all people's going to watch, like, a 40-minute or an hour-long video. So I just tend not to upload those. So there's multiple parts, but thank you for that. I'll definitely take that into consideration. So next time I make a video, perhaps I'll test it with a video longer than like 15 to 20 minutes. And sometimes if you're watching a video that's like 15 minutes long and it just ends and I showed you a lot, there's nothing else to show, or my phone died or something happened. And 9 times out of 10, I live stream simultaneously as well. So if you're watching a video and you're like, hey, something's missing, genuinely, that's the wrong word I'm using, but 9 times out of 10, if you're watching my video and like you feel like something's missing, sometimes I'll like put a text message in my video saying, go watch this live stream, just because my live stream supporters sometimes get behind the scenes content, so that's why. But thanks for that, Des. I'll definitely take that into consideration next time I make like a travel video or something and try to make it a little longer for you, for some people, since that seems like of interest. It seems like King of the Weather said, just going to Burlington. Okay, about 44 minutes west, far. Okay, and then you're gonna go to the mall. Okay, close to Portland, Oregon. All right, have a great time. King of the Weather. Sounds like a fun Sunday that you have planned. Oh, okay, when you saw like the foxes and the wolves, they were far away. All right. Well, glad they were far away. Yeah, how big were the gators? I wanted, like, that's a good question, Cats. Fitzroy said, Guyana is about 175 miles southwest of Grenada. Trinidad is 96 miles southwest of Grenada. Yeah, Trinidad, I like to say, is like the American of the Caribbean or South America a little bit, because they have big American buses. They got literally almost any fast food restaurant. They have the Cinnabon. Cinnabon's like I didn't even know Cinnabon was in the Caribbean, but it's in Trinidad. So they have a lot of different things. And that's like the hub, I guess, where all the planes land because of Caribbean Airlines. And Caribbean Airline is the most common airline that people in the Caribbean are going to take. So yeah, I feel like they're in the center of everything. Kat said, also, I would never want to go hiking somewhere with bears. No, same. Like, I can't do that. If I see a bear, I would scare. Like, I don't want to go hiking anywhere with snakes. I feel like you go hiking, by default, you'll probably run into a snake. So, yeah. Mosquitoes freak you out. A bear would scare me pass out. What are we saying? About 12 feet. Wow. Okay. PK said, there's a person I know who grew up raising wolves. Really? Their name is Wolfgate. Oh my gosh. Is that their real name or is that like a nickname? Kat said, sounds like a fun day, King of the Weather. Desert said, I come from a place without electricity, but I'll make sure to watch them all. Okay. The video that YouTube shuts them now, if for any reason YouTube makes my videos private, or for any reason I'm forced to make my videos private. Yeah, so the videos are gonna be up, so no rush in having to watch them. no pressure, but like they're gonna be there. So just know, like, if Uniquely Mia is never streaming and you want to see Uniquely Mia, go watch one of my fully nutritional YouTube videos. Go watch a prior live stream, because I really do enjoy making content for y'all. I do love live streaming for y'all, but sometimes it's not feasible to live stream at every hour of the day or when you guys want me to live stream. So that's why I'm really happy that YouTube makes the live streams recorded, so when it's done you guys can rewatch it. And I just enjoy making the fully nutritional YouTube videos as well. I put a lot of effort into editing my videos and a lot of things like that. So if I'm not live streaming and you guys want to see Uniquely Mia, see an adventure, gain a cross-cultural experience, go watch one of my fully nutritional YouTube videos and do enjoy it. What were you saying? Anthony said at King of the Weather. What in the world, Anthony? Okay, you're going like, oh, downtown King of the Weather. Okay, nice, enjoy it. PK said, I've heard that KFC in Jamaica and Trinidad are the greatest of all time. I've never had Jamaica KFC. However, I will say Trinidad KFC is the best KFC I've ever had. It's literally one of the best KFCs I've ever had in Trinidad. But I have yet to try Jamaica Trinidad. So when I try Jamaican's Trinidad, wait, no, what am I saying? When I try Jamaica's KFC, I'll let you guys know what I think about it. However, I've only had KFC from Trinidad. Mash said, bears you carry. Okay, spray for that, right? Nothing else. Okay, you can do possibly. You're gonna go to KFC now? All right, enjoy it. King of the Weather said, just visiting downtown Portland, Oregon. Do enjoy King of the Weather. Fitzroy said, one of the best things about Grenada, the monkeys at the rainforest, you can take videos with them. I think my mom did that before. I feel like I've done that. I don't know. Or I've been there. I don't know. I feel like take videos with them, pictures, them on the shoulder. All right. Cool. Desert said, Philip, we have lots of monkeys, zebras. Wow, you have zebras in your village? Nice. That's really, really cool. Very cool. Okay. Very nice. So what we're going to do is, what's happening? That's a good question. Somebody ordered food already on campus? They're texting in the group chat of other residents at my school. These students do not wait. I can't even say that because I went outside yesterday and I got food. So I can't even be mad at them, but they be ordering food quick here. That's one thing I have to say, guys. When you live on campus, if you are somebody who's planning on moving on campus soon, you do need a specific budget for off-campus food, because yes, we're going to get a meal plan, but the off-campus food, sometimes you don't want it, it's not good, or sometimes it's just more easier to just get food off campus. I will say though, some students at my school, they spend a ridiculous amount of money ordering food off campus. I've never done that. I feel like if we're looking at all the years I've been on campus, I feel like the most money I've ever, the total amount I probably spent ordering food to my school is probably like $300, possibly. All right, their real name is Wolfgang. Oh, okay, they work at a wolf facility. All right. So I guess their parents were setting them up for life in a specific exact category, BK. Hey, Ryan, how are you doing today? Thank you. Glad you like my eyes. I like my eyes as well. Glad you could be on the live stream. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and the algorithm knew that you wanted to be part of a community where you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and join the community. Exactly. Dream big, guys. Dream big, but dream realistically as well, and I do think everything is possible. Obviously, some people dream big is not realistic, but I'm a dreamer for sure, but I like to dream realistically for me as well, so that way you're not disappointed. But if you dream ultra impossible, that's not realistic, sometimes you're disappointed when you don't reach that impossible goal. So definitely dream big, but dream realistic as well. Hey Mark, how are you doing? Welcome Mark, glad you could be here. Hey Terrence, glad you could be on the stream. I'm doing good today. How are you doing today? King of the Weather said, Mia, I can't share the name and mail because you can't share things like mail address, any personal info like that. Yeah, I never asked you to share that, King of the Weather. So yeah, don't share that on the live stream. Don't share your name. Don't share your mail and address, nothing like that. YouTube safety guidelines for sure. So yeah. What is it saying?
Living up to the name. I'm doing good, Mark. How are you doing today? Mark said, yes, anything is possible, sis. Chat, also dream big. Kat said, Mia, how long have you been streaming? For 88 minutes and 54 seconds, or 55 now. So yeah, I mean more than an hour, about an hour and 30 minutes. I could be wrong. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, what? 6, 7, 8. No, an hour and about 20 minutes. 28, 29 minutes about. Working my dream job, babe pay. All right. Shout out to you, Mark. Congratulations. That is so awesome. Oh, you said mall, not mail, sorry. But yeah, don't share the name of your mall, the mall that you're going to as well, King of the Weather. If you don't want to, yeah, for sure. Good safety practices. Yeah, that's good. But have a glad you are working your dream job and you're making the big pay, Mark. That is the goal, all right? Anybody who tells you that's not the goal is lying to your face, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. But if you ever meet anybody and they're like, I didn't get my job because of the salary or because it's something that I really want or mostly because of the salary, I feel like they're low-key lying to you unless they are just one of those people, because there's people out there who just take the job because they don't really care about the pay or whatever. So yeah, safety is key. Exactly. Oh wow, you didn't work since you were 16. Okay, cool. 10 years later, 4 promotions, thanks God. Awesome. Very nice. What are we saying? Kat said, I had so much fun. I say, nice. What did you do, Kat? And you said you were going out with your friends yesterday while your niece and your sister went to the carnival. So what would you guys do if you're comfortable sharing? Yeah, yesterday I just went to the mall. As I said, I got the buffalo wings. Buffalo wings are pretty good. Forgot to record it. Like, literally, as soon as I came in, I had to jump on my computer, and I was hungry, so I just ate the buffalo wings really quickly and joined my class. I will admit I was eating while, like, in the first 15 minutes of class, I was eating, but they didn't know anything. They were just going over the notes, the lecture notes really quickly. So it was all good. Hey, Eric, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the stream, Eric. Glad you guys could be here. Where's my charger? Oh my God, my iPad fell on the floor. It's okay. I'll pick it up. Get an outer box case. I've had my iPad for 5 years. I got so scared yesterday because I thought my iPad was like broken or something. Because like my iPad is 5 years old, so it's good, but it's kind of old. But like I was so scared because I thought it broke. Like I thought it wasn't working because like I was like on my iPod and like the bottom left-hand corner, I was like typing the apps to open it. It wasn't opening, but luckily it opened. I just had to like take it out the case and it opened. So my iPod is still working. It's still in great condition. I've always had an iPad mini. Well, not always. I grew up, I had a DS first and then, I had a Leapfrog and then I had a DS and then I got an iPad, and ever since I've gotten an iPad, I've always had one. So I was like, I'm not ready to buy a new one. So I was like, thank you God that my iPod's not broken, because if it was broken, I would have bought a new one because I love my iPod, but it's still good. So I'm going to show y'all the OtterBox case. Not sponsored by OtterBox in any way. However, Uniquely Mia has a history of breaking her iPads, okay? And it's not because I break them. It's just because I have butterfingers when it comes to technology. All my technological devices, except my computer, please don't ever let my computer drop, has dropped on the floor. And the screen has cracked, things like that. So in the past, those were the main reasons why I had to get a new iPad. So when I got this new iPod 5 years ago, freshman year, my mom bought it for me freshman year. She got me this iPod. Immediately, I ordered an OtterBox case, right? This is the OtterBox case, okay? Look at my iPod. And you see any scratches? You see any scratches on this? You see any cracks? I mean, it does need to clean a little bit. But do you see any scratches? No. Do you see any scratches? No. This is literally 5 years old. Who has their iPad since 5 years old? Not a lot of people, okay? And it's perfect condition. As long as you don't get water in it. And this is the case. It's a little dirty. I should order a new case, to be honest, but like, this is expensive. This case was like $80 for this case. And this one has been working perfectly. I'm like, why do I need a new one? And look, the bottom, this isn't sponsored, but if you guys want a good case, I like to recommend good stuff. So look, your iPad is going to be encapsulated, and if you get your phone case with outer box, it's going to be encapsulated. So it has a back portion, right? This is plastic. Then we're going to take this and we're going to put it on like this. And look, it locks it. Like literally, it locks it in. When I first got it, it came with a stand and everything, but I lost that, all right? I lost the stand. It came with a stand. It came with a case that you put on top so you could cover the screen actually. I lost all that. I don't know where it is, all right? But my iPad has fallen down. Like, my iPad just fell on the floor. No cracks, nothing, and this is perfect. Everything's encapsulated. Do recommend outer box. This has lasted about 5 years, guys. Perfect. So yeah, little product recommendation. Perhaps one day we'll be sponsored by OtterBox. All right, I'll tag OtterBox in the video. So OtterBox, we do love your cases, and like, it's great. It's great. What are we saying? All right, King of Love, it was a pleasure having you on. Hopefully I see you the next live stream or the comment section of my full nutrition YouTube video or YouTube short. Have a great day, King of Leather. Hey, how are you doing? 5491. Kat said, ooh, okay. You went to club. Okay, I thought, okay, it's a club. Okay. Me, other dancing friends. Okay, cool. It was a Y2K night. Awesome. So all the 2000 hits were playing. Sounds like you had a great time. We literally danced the whole night. Okay. It was so fun. And we made friends with a girl who was alone with a creep. Well, shout out to you and your friends for having a great time. And shout out for you and your friends for making friends with that girl who had a creeper on her. But that sounds like you had an awesome time. Especially like the early 2000s songs. Very nice, Cats and Pokemon. Awesome. Sounds like you had a great time. I only read and speak English, so I don't understand what you're saying. However, if you understand what I'm saying, you are more than welcome on the Uniquely Me community for your positivity and uniqueness. Fashion videos, Eat With Me, technology videos, days in life as a grad student, and so much more. Hey, Drake, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Drake said, I cracked my, 16 Pro a week ago. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, no. After getting it, did you have warranty on it? The case was on its, oh my god, no, that's so bad. Your phone case was on its way. No, because you know what I did when I knew my mom was getting me this iPod? I ordered the case before I had the iPad. So as soon as I got the iPad, when I did the unboxing and everything, it went straight into the case. But did you at least have warranty on it, Drake? So are you gonna like, are you gonna get a new one covered by warranty, or do you have to like get a new one? Do you have to get a snap? Do you have to get a new one? Kat said, ooh, you even wore a Y2K outfit. Very nice. Okay, you wore like a fairy crop top, mini skirt. Okay, platform sandals. Okay, cool. You had a butterfly clip, and okay, let's stick in the butterfly gems in your hair. Very nice. Sounds like a cute outfit. Sounds like you had a great time, Cats and Pokemon. Very cool. Sounds like Queen Mother would have had a great time there with you. So very nice, Cats. Sounds awesome. Okay, so it's amazing. Shout out to OtterBox. Hey, how are you doing, Life? Glad you could be here. Jake said, that's what I'll do from now on. Okay, you had Apple Care. All right, you're good. Because I know if it was me, I wouldn't have gotten Apple Care. I don't think, I've only ever gotten Apple Care on my laptop, never on my iPads. So, shout out to you, Drake, for getting the Apple Care. What color phone did you get, though? What color one did you get? I want the pink one, like the pink one that came out. Very cute. I just like the color pink. That's how Apple can get me with buying their products if I have the funds to buy it immediately. Like, oh, it's pink and I have the money to get it. I'm getting that. It's really cute. Kat said, LOL, I'd love to go dance with Queen Mother one day. Well, you never know, Cats and Pokemon. We gotta manifest it, and one day it'll happen. Randomly, perhaps you'll run into Queen Mother while she's out partying and you'll see her. But sounds really cool. Sounds really cool. Like, I see it sometimes. Like, I see the videos on TikTok where they have the ones, but they're at like they're playing like the Disney music for them instead of like the Y2K music. But it sounds like an awesome time. Do I know the Crazy Frog song? No, I don't think I do, Cats. And if I do know the Crazy Frog song, I guess I don't know the official name of the song. But to my knowledge, when I go into like my short-term, long-term memory, I don't think I know the Crazy Frog song. Okay, said Flamingo Pushy in the background. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you could go watch my room tour video if you guys want to see more of my room. I've filmed that fully nutritional YouTube video. It's now on my channel. Go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist and videos, and it's going to be there. So yeah, you can go watch that video, but I'll give you insight on the flamingo since you guys did ask. My mom, she bought it for me. She visited me one year on Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day, and she took me to Walmart, and they were selling that, and she's like, "You want it?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Well, I'm getting you a Valentine's Day gift." And she got it for me. So since then, it has been a staple decorative item in my room. Drake said, okay, black titanium. Okay, you should have gotten white, though. You can't switch it? Or what, the Apple warranty, it only gives you the same exact color? You can't return it? You can return it and rebuy it. I don't know. PK said, Disney music is nice. Yeah. Like, yeah. Some of the Disney songs definitely cool. Hey Blue, welcome back, Not playing Roblox right now. Perhaps I'll be on Roblox later on. Perhaps. But guys, for everyone who just joined, if you haven't let me know already, what do you plan on eating for dinner? Not dinner. What do you plan on eating for breakfast? Any plans for the day? Would love to know. For me, I had a turkey bacon egg sandwich. It was like an omelet style egg. 2 pieces of bacon. I broke it up, so it turned out to be 4 pieces of bacon, so I broke the bacon in half. Toasted the bread, put the eggs down, bacon. It was good. It was like a little chewy, savory, salty. Three of those. What's some of my favorite Disney songs? Some of my favorite Disney songs, I really like Tangled. Tangled is good. Which one by Tangled? I don't know the name, but like it's the first song in Tangled where she's like, well, no, that's my mom's favorite song. But yeah, it's good though. I do like it. Like, how does it go? I don't know the song, but like it's like if you watch the Tangled movie, you got that. I like Frozen. Frozen is good. Let It Go, that one's good. I like the Mulan song where the guy's like, "I'll make a man out of you," and then he's fighting Mulan and he doesn't know that she's a girl, but you're singing about you'll make a man out of her. She's a female. You can't make a man out of her. So I like that one. I feel like that one's funny. Which other one do we got? Do we have? I used to like Colors of the Wind. I used to like it in Pocahontas, but then I learned about the history of Pocahontas and how Disney essentially romanticized a pedophile marrying a little girl. I'm like, what is wrong with you, Disney? Because that's what Pocahontas is. Disney romanticized a pedophile marrying a little girl and made it seem romantic for little kids to want to watch that and want that to be them. So Colors of the Wind, not so much anymore, but it was a good song. Not so much anymore since of the history of it. But yeah, definitely that first song in Tangled. I like Let It Go, and I like that song that's in Mulan, I'll Make a Man Out of You. That one's good. And then there's other ones, but I can't think about it because they're like in the live action movies. They have those, but I don't really know the name of them from the live action movies. Drake said, you're just so indecisive, okay? If I would have purchased the white one, okay, you would have been saying I should have gotten the black one. Okay. So I see that, yeah. Kat said, I kind of don't want to do anything with sleep today. Well, you know what, Kat? It's a Sunday. You could bed rot and do that. You could 100% do that. I was going to sleep in until maybe like 7:30 today, but then I woke up and it was like 6 o'clock, like 6:30. It's so funny because, like, I'm like, what in the world? It's the weekend time, the time when I can sleep in. My body's automatically waking up like at 6:15 a.m., 6:30 a.m. And then tomorrow I'll go to sleep. I'm waking up. My body's not going to want to wake up when it has to wake up. So, very weird, very weird. So you can bed rot for sure, cats. I mean, I've done it in the past as the semester progresses. I just have important stuff I want to be doing that's coming up in a few weeks, so that's why I've been waking up so early on the weekends. But after that passes, I'll be bed rotting on the weekends, because what's the point of getting up on the weekends if you don't gotta get up, guys? Sit down and just chillax. Kat said my legs are weak. Oh, from dancing. Oh, because that is a form of exercise. Yup. So yeah, cats, you deserve it. It could be like ordering food today, order pizza, as my mom would say. For Pizza Hut, you get the whole pie for all 3 meals of the day. Or be very nice to your roommate. You said your roommate's a chef. She could cook up some food for you, bring it to you. So yeah. Kat said, oh yeah, Moana. I forgot about Moana. Honestly, I forgot about Moana. Yeah, Moana, she has some good songs, though. I will say that, too. I forgot about her, but she has some good songs. She really does. Let It Go might be one of the best, not gonna lie. No, Let It Go is good. I will say it's catchy, too. It's definitely catchy. No, exactly. Yeah, Drake. And it's like, were you on the live stream yesterday, Drake? Yeah, you were. So yeah, I'm not sure if you stayed into the part where I was talking about the Brothers Grimm, but yeah, all the Disney stories originated from the Brothers Grimm. And the Brothers, well, not all of them, but most of them originate from the Brothers Grimm. And the Brothers Grimm, they're not kids' stories. So, but it was just really interesting when I actually learned about the history of Pocahontas. And I learned about it accidentally, because even, I think I learned about literally maybe like 3 years ago, probably. In undergrad, I think I learned about it. I was on TikTok one time and the person was like, you know, Pocahontas was a real girl? Like, she was a real person? I'm like, really? Ooh, what's her story? That's gonna be so cool, because prior to 3 years ago, Pocahontas was definitely like my favorite character. And then she's like, oh, she's a real person. She was actually like kidnapped, taken to England. The guy was like 50, she was like 13. They got married, she had kids, she was 4, she forgot her culture, she was like Europeanized. I'm like, oh, okay. And then for my birthday, go watch that video. Go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, watch my Washington, D.C. birthday adventure videos. We went to the U.S. Capitol. Why do they have a picture of Pocahontas? They have a painting, a replica of Pocahontas in the U.S. Capitol. So it's like, after you learn that and you learn about the history of it, and not to say, and like, obviously it's not right, but like, in that era of time, that's what people were doing. They were marrying their little kids to like 30-year-old, 40-year-old grown men. That's disgusting. How are you marrying a 13, 15, 16, or even an 18-year-old? How are you marrying that to like a 30, 50-year-old guy? Ew, no. So, that's crazy. But it's just to say, it's crazy that Disney romanticized that for little girls. That's what is nasty. Like, what? Why would Disney do that? So that's concerning. So yeah, sometimes now I don't even rewatch a lot of Disney movies anyway. Like, well, yeah, like 9 times out of 10, I don't really rewatch a lot of Disney movies. If I do, it's probably the live action, but it's not good, guys. Not good. Kat said Hawaiian roller coaster ride is great. Which one? Oh, that's a song. You know, I haven't seen the second Moana movie. I have to watch it. I do like Moana. I love the first one, Cats. So I'm not sure. And the thing about me, I don't know the name of songs, to be honest. If I hear it, I'll know the words, but I don't know the name of songs. So if that song was in the first one, Cats, I'm sure it was great. I'm sure I loved it, but I don't remember the lyrics since I don't know the name of the songs in the movie. But I haven't seen the second one. I have to watch the second Moana. Drake said, I can't believe I missed Mia cooking. Well, you didn't miss it, Drake. You can always rewind the live stream and rewatch it. You can see me cooking for sure. Kat said, yeah, I woke up like at 7:30 today, even though I didn't sleep till like, wow, 3:30. Kat, you need to get some sleep. That is not a lot of hours of sleep. Really? You only got 4 hours of sleep. Literally. Exactly 4 hours worth of sleep. I think you deserve it, Cats. Bed rot, and please get some rest, because it's literally the worst, okay? It's the worst thing ever, and I know from personal experience, when you are operating on like 4 hours or maybe like 5 hours worth of sleep, for like a 10-hour plus day. It's the worst thing when you're trying to do that. If I ever do that, my eyes get blurry, I develop headaches, and that more so happens when I travel, because obviously I wake up really early, so you don't get enough sleep. But my head is always hurting, my eyes get blurry, you just feel weak all the time, so you need that sleep, cats. You really do need it. Yeah, touch on it. Yes, okay. PK said, very catchy for sure. What about The Little Mermaid? What about The Little Mermaid? Oh, like the history of The Little Mermaid? Well, obviously, I've never read the Brothers Game. I want to buy the book, but I don't want to spend the money on the book. But I'll buy it one day to actually read it. Because when I read the book, I'll be able to tell you a lot more. What I do know about the Brothers Game, all my knowledge comes from other people who have read the book, and I hear their summaries. But to my knowledge, The Little Mermaid is just what happened with The Little Mermaid. Oh, my take on The Little Mermaid based on my perspective, I guess. Okay, so Little Mermaid, what is she? She's a okay. What I will say from The Little Mermaid, from Unique Lumia's point of view, I can't even say it. No. Should I? Okay. I know what I want to say, but I have to phrase it very nice. Just my opinion. When I'm watching The Little Mermaid, now that I actually critically think about it, when I watched The Little Mermaid, right? Personally for me, I am disappointed in The Little Mermaid from a female's perspective who knows about equal opportunity and feminism. That's what I have to say. That's the nicest way I can phrase it with The Little Mermaid. From a female's perspective, I'm very disappointed in The Little Mermaid from the perspective of a female who knows about feminism and who knows about the history of what it was like before feminism for females. Why do I say that? Let me elaborate before you attack me, please. Let me elaborate. I said it's because she was a princess. She was a princess in her own kingdom. Shout out to you, girl. Like, love you for that. Shout out to you. Princess in her own kingdom. Okay, she sees a guy, she falls in love. All right, okay, fine. If you believe in love at first sight, she saw him. She didn't see her at that point in time. So it was one-sided love when she first saw him, right? So Little Mermaid, she sees this guy. She sees Prince Eric. She falls in love with Prince Eric, right? One-sided fall in love with Prince Eric. And then she thus goes to Ursula. Wow, I didn't even know I like that movie so much. I know the character's name. That's the first. She goes to Ursula. I guess I watched it a lot when I was little. Hence, I love mermaids, so I understand that. But, like, okay, so she went to Ursula, who's, like, the Wicked Witch. And she's like, Ursula, I saw this guy. He's so beautiful. His brown hair. I love Prince Eric. I want to be human. Ursula's like, okay, bet. You want to go and give up your beautiful singing voice, your title as princess, to go marry a human guy? Okay, go do that. So Ursula, she took her voice, and thus the Little Mermaid goes to, like, Eric's kingdom, and Eric sees her. He falls in love with her beauty. Mind you, she can't even talk. So you don't fall in love with her personality, Prince Eric. You fall in love with the way with the way the Little Mermaid looks. That's what you fall in love with. Literally. You can argue with me on that, but literally in the whole Little Mermaid universe, for the most part of the movie, Ariel doesn't have her voice. All she does to Prince Eric is smile and laugh. So he falls in love with the way that she looks. Not even like your personality, your brain's nothing, just the way that you look. And then what happens? At the end of the movie, Little Mermaid, Ariel has to give up her kingdom. She gives up her kingdom. She's a princess still, but she's not a princess. She just conforms to living as a human. What did Eric give up? Nothing. Prince Eric literally gave up nothing to be with Ariel. Ariel gave up everything, and in the end, she still has less power. She has less power because where she was a princess in her own kingdom with magical powers, she's now a human. People will come and argue and say, well, in the second movie, she can still visit her kingdom and turn into a mermaid. Yes, but she's not going to have the same authority. She's not going to advance the power as she probably could have in her own kingdom. Why? Because she decided to marry a land prince. Eric's going to become king. All his advisors are going to listen to him because in the era in which the Little Mermaid is set, it's not one where women are treated equally, viewed as equal. So yeah, I know I took a deep dive, but you asked me my opinion, PK, about that. So that's how I look at it from the Ariel's perspective. Love Ariel, love the mermaid, but if we're thinking about it with my head that has gone through education and who knows about history, that's how I see the Little Mermaid in my perspective. So yeah, what, you want to do Cinderella next? What other princess you want me to analyze from my perspective? Let me know. Let me know. Kat said my body doesn't know how to sleep in. No, I can get that. I can understand it. So maybe just lie down. So when you say that, Kat's like, if you just lie down in bed all day, do you just feel bad, or like do you just need to get up and do stuff, or like you just can't sleep? Because I understand, because like sometimes I'll be tired but I can't sleep, but I can lie down. Because it takes effort. Like sitting down right now, this is taking energy. This is taking effort. Like sometimes after the live stream, after I finish talking with y'all, I'm just so tired. Like literally sometimes after, not even sometimes, 9 times out of 10, after I stream with y'all, sitting down talking, I will lie down for like an hour before I go on my computer and do something I need to do, because it takes some energy. Even though it's not taking a lot of effort, as much effort as it may take for when I'm doing my schoolwork, streaming is definitely a little tiring sometimes, but I do still enjoy it. What are we saying? Drake said, but Mia, you said you tried, okay, that back in middle school one time. Staying. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I tried that back in middle school on the iPod. Yeah, I literally stayed up. For a whole week straight. I was playing games on my iPod. It wasn't this iPad, it was another one, but I still have the iPod, but the glass got cracked. So, but literally, I stayed up I would wake up like at 6 a.m. the next morning to go to school. My mom would wake me up, and I would stay up until like 3 a.m. Literally, I'm not even lying. I feel like 3 a.m. just playing games on my iPad. I did that for a week straight, and then my mom would wake me up at 6 a.m. I'm like, after that, I kind of like got so upset with my iPad. I think I just threw my iPad away from me after a certain time, and I'm like, I can't, stay away from me, iPod. Stay away from me, because I was so sleep deprived because I still had to go to school in middle school. I did that for a whole week. Never again in my life did I ever do that. Where's Queen Mother? She's at home. What's my Roblox username? What's my Roblox username? I think it's Apple Unique Me. Yeah, AppleUniqueme. You're welcome, Blue. Drake said, I have to play devil's advocate. She decided to give. No, exactly, Drake. So I understand that. So so Ariel decided to do that. I agree with you. Ariel had a choice. So I'm not putting her choices on Eric, because as I said, remember what I said earlier? I said as a feminist and as a female who knows about the history of feminism before the feminist movement became a thing, I'm severely disappointed in Ariel. Why? Because of her choices, okay? Even though I can have an opinion on her choices, all right? But I'm not going to subject my opinions on her, even though she's a fictional character. But yeah, I just have to say that. But yeah, so I agree with you, Drake. That was her choice, but I just think for her, she didn't know about feminism. So I guess when we look at it from that point of view, Ariel didn't really know about feminism, but she was better than most people in the Ariel Little Mermaid universe, most peasant women you can say, or most peasant mermaids you can say, because she was a princess, so she knew about the ideals of choice or whatever, and the freedom that she had as a princess. But yeah, that's just how I look at Ariel. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, PK wants me to do Cinderella next. Okay. After Jasmine from Aladdin. Oh my god. I feel like this should be a series, uniquely me criticizing or analyzing these Disney princess characters. Okay. This is fun. I like this. Okay, Cinderella and then Jasmine. I love Jasmine though. Jasmine is by far my favorite princess outside of Ariel. All right. So we're looking at Cinderella. Okay, what did Cinderella do? Cinderella dad, bad on him, because you're telling me Cinderella's dad, we got to start with Cinderella's dad. You're telling me Cinderella's dad decided to marry this woman, right, who had 2 kids, and you didn't see the red flags that she wasn't going to be good to your own daughter. There's no way Cinderella's dad's stepwife was a great actress to the point where even after they got married, he didn't see them abusing and mistreating Cinderella. There's no way. So Cinderella's dad is just as bad as the step parents, okay? Because when he saw it, he could have literally left the estate to Cinderella. And don't come at me and say, well, the man had to take the estate. No, because in the Cinderella universe, females could inherit the estate because the wife inherited the estate and the money. So where was the dad? Why don't you leave me some money, Dad? Like, exactly Cinderella, like that. So like bad on Cinderella's dad. After we speak about Cinderella's dad, Cinderella, she was mistreated by her stepmom, her step siblings, okay? Very sad, very sad. What happened? I don't even know the prince's name in Cinderella, but we saw the prince. You know what? I'm proud of Cinderella. Low-key, I'm proud of her. Nothing bad to say about Cinderella at all, okay? If I was Cinderella, I'd do the same thing she did. Nothing to say about Cinderella at all. She is by far a Disney princess I am proud of. Because you know what she did? She showed her stepmom. She showed her stepsister. She was like, okay, you guys want to mistreat me? Go ahead, mistreat me. I just want to go to the ball. That's all I want to do. I want to go have a party. I want to dress in some fancy clothes. I want to do that. And then once again, I'm kind of like, it's the guys. Like, all literally in a Disney princess, it's really not good for little girls for their self-esteem sometimes, because it's showing them or their confidence or their ideals on like why somebody should like you, I feel like, because literally in all the Disney movies, even Cinderella, the guys fell in love because of how they looked. Because literally, as soon as the prince and Cinderella saw her, he was obsessed with the way she looked. And like, shout out to that. Like, you obviously gotta look okay, look good, but like, that's why they fell in love, because of the way they look. Not because of what intellectual conversation did they have. How did you get to know the personality? Literally, guys, after like 5 years of marriage, all the Disney princesses got divorced. Literally. And 5 years is pushing it. After 5 years of marriage in the real world, I believe all the Disney princesses got divorced. Because they realized, or maybe, you know what, depending, maybe not the ones with the princess. Maybe not the one with the prince, because, like, they got the money, so, like, I don't know. We're not going to get into that, but, like, after 5 years, they probably got divorced. But, yeah, Cinderella, I'm happy for her. She survived. She became a Disney princess. She wasn't a princess in her own right. She was a lady, but she didn't really grow up as, like, a lady with, like, the choice that her step siblings had and other ladies during that era may have had, just because her dad didn't leave her the stuff that she wanted. So yeah, now we're gonna do Jasmine from Aladdin. Jake, you said this is depressing. Why is it depressing, Drake? You don't like a critical analysis of the Disney princesses? What's depressing about it for you? Guys, do you think this is depressing or no? We got 1 vote for depressing. But hey, what's up, Tat? Glad you could be here. What's happening now? Hey, Shamir, we're just doing a critical analysis of the Disney princess perspective from uniquely Mia's point of view and opinion. If you disagree, totally okay, let me know. But we did Cinderella, we did Ariel, and then we had a request to do Jasmine. So let me read some of these comments. I have to think about Jasmine a little bit. And then we're going to take a deep dive into Princess Jasmine. Okay, Kat, so you don't think it's depression. Okay, nice. All right. What are you saying? You like the look? Thank you so much. Glad you like the look. You're bored, Blue? Totally understandable. Honestly, sometimes we engage in discussion that you may not find entertaining, but if you want more action-packed content, definitely consider go watching some of my previous live streams, particularly my full nutritional YouTube videos that I did in Guyana, any travel video, Washington, D.C., anything like that, or a food video. I feel like those are definitely more action-packed. Hey, OPG, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Oh, I don't think it's depressing to get divorced. Is that controversial? I don't know. I do not think it's depressing to get divorced at all. No. Guys, why is it depressing to get divorced? If somebody's getting divorced, it's either because, in my opinion, if somebody's getting divorced 9 times out of 10, it's because they weren't in a happy situation. They were not in a happy situation. The person is probably really mistreating them. They were totally disrespected. So yeah, divorce in my mindset, it's not depressing at all. It should be celebrated sometimes for some people. Unless that's how I see it, because yeah, that's how I see it. It's a choice that females have, so yeah. And males too. But yeah. I will say, if we're looking at it in the context of Henry V, I think he was the guy who created the concept of divorce. I think the Henrys may have been wrong, but I think it's Henry V, that king in England, that Henry guy, because he married the 5 Catherine and Aragons. For him, man, I mean, I guess for him it wasn't depressing, but like for the females, it was definitely depressing in that era, Drake, for them to get divorced, because he created that. Guys, do you even know? Oh my gosh, I could go on a deep dive history dive of that Henry guy. What happened was, guys, okay? he was married to Catherine of Aragon, right? So Henry V was married to Catherine of Aragon, right? Aragon, I think I'm saying it wrong. But, and like, they were married for like 25 years, I feel like, right? But she only had Queen Elizabeth. You know that, not the Queen Elizabeth that just passed away. The original Queen Elizabeth, the first Queen Elizabeth, that's her parents, Catherine of Aragon, and I think it's Henry V. The fifth number may be wrong, but Henry V sounds right. But that Queen Elizabeth, that first Queen Elizabeth, that's her parents. So what happened was they were married for about 25 years, and in that era, the ideal was it's best for males to inherit the throne. So Henry was like, Catherine, you didn't give me a son. Like, obviously they had sons, but unfortunately they did pass away because of the lack of medical care, things like that, hygiene back in that era during childbirth. So Henry was like, I need to get married and I need to have a son, right? That's what Henry said. So Henry went to the church because back then in that area, the church like told the king what to do, essentially. The king still had power, but the king listened to the church because he wanted to get into heaven, right? So Henry, he went to the Church of England and he was like, can I divorce Catherine? Because I don't want to have an illegitimate son. Henry probably did have an illegitimate son, but he didn't want an illegitimate son inheriting the throne. If you guys don't know what illegitimate children mean, it means based on, don't come at me. Do not come at me, okay? Based on religious history, illegitimate children are children born outside of marriage, okay? Based on history, illegitimate children are children born out of marriage, right? So, when the parents aren't married. So, Henry probably did have an illegitimate son, but he didn't want that son inheriting the throne. So he went to the church. He's like, I want a divorce. I want to marry somebody else so I can have a legitimate son. The church was like, no, we don't believe in divorce. We're not doing that. No. You know what Henry did? Henry V did? He's like, okay, bet, I'm king of England. He separated himself from the church. That's what he did. Shout out to Henry. You use your kingly power. Like, I'm not, use your kingly power, man. He separated himself from the church. He was like, you don't want to listen to me? I'm king of England. You are the church. I'm creating my own church. So that's what he did. Henry thus became the figurehead of the church. He was known, and obviously I'm not a historian major, but I love medieval history, so I'm probably getting a little things wrong, but the gist of the story is somewhat right. So Henry became thus the figurehead of the church. He divorced Catherine of Aragon. He exiled Catherine of Aragon, right? Did he kill her or exile? It was one of the two. He killed her or exiled her. And then he thus married another Catherine. Did they have a son? No, I don't think so. So you know what he did next? Bam. He married another Catherine. Did they have a son? Bam. Nope. So you know what he did? He's like, you're useless. Bam. Then he married Jane Boleyn. That was the only Jane that he married. And then the other ones, the Catherines. He married Jane. Did they have a son? Yes, they did have a son. They were happy. People like to say that that was his favorite wife. Unfortunately, the son didn't live, so the son passed away, unfortunately. So you know what he did to Jane? Jane died in childbirth. She died in childbirth. And then he married another Catherine. You know what happened in the end? All the sons, all the legitimate sons that Henry had, after he went through all that, separated himself, wives, unaliving his wives, things like that, you know what happened? All his sons didn't survive, and Queen Elizabeth, the daughter from his first marriage, became Queen of England. So karma came back at him. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that history lesson. I love talking about history. It's really fun. So hopefully you enjoyed that. What were y'all saying? I know I saw a lot of comments. Hey, Gracie, how you doing? Garcia, glad you could be here. Kat said, I love Princess. No, Princess Tiana is so good. I love her too, Kat. She's really nice. Yes, exactly. She saved herself, and the prince didn't have to sacrifice herself or anything for that. Exactly. Like, love that. You know why I think Princess Tiana is like that too? Because it was made in modern times. Most of the other Disney stories, it wasn't created in modern times. So it shows the era, but exactly. Love Princess Tiana. Her and that prince, I forgot the prince's name, but they turned into frogs, and they actually were going on adventures together, and they like talked to each other, all right? So that's how they fell in love, you can say, in a Disney princess aspect. So love Princess Tiana. And like you said, Kat, she didn't have to sacrifice anything for herself. She worked hard for what she wanted to achieve. And in the end, it just worked out in her benefit that she fell in love with somebody who was a prince. So he was able to buy her like the building for her restaurant and like help her make it grow. So yeah, love Princess Tiana. PK said, I don't necessarily think it's depressing to get divorced. It could be a celebration. You're right. Exactly. For some people, it's definitely sad. But like for me, from my perspective, when I see it, if you look at the reason why people should get divorced, it's not depressing at all. It's a celebration, in my opinion. But once again, you guys have different opinions. It's okay. You are still more than welcome. Hey, Thomas. I'm doing great, Thomas. How are you doing today? Henry, no, it wasn't Henry Downer. I was talking about, I think it's Henry V. I could be wrong on that number. The Henry that created the ideals of divorce. And if you guys want to learn more from like if you guys want to learn more about Henry and his 5 wives, from like a fun, entertaining perspective, if you are ever in New York, not sponsored, go and watch Six the Musical on Broadway. My mom took me to see that. It was so good. My name is Catherine of Aragon, married 24 years to the paragon. My loyalty is to the Vatican, and something, something, something. So yeah, that's how I know. Obviously, I did do my own independent history dive and watch documentaries, but like, they were married 24 years. The song just told you. I said 25. I was wrong. So Six the Musical is one of the best musicals that I've ever seen on Broadway. My mom says she really enjoyed the Michael Jackson movie that we saw. Not the Michael Jackson movie, the Michael Jackson on Broadway show. So that's my mom's recommendation. If you guys are ever in New York, go watch Michael Jackson on Broadway. It's good. It's like a concert. But for Uniquely Mia, you need to watch Six the Musical. I love that. It's like the colors, the fashion, and the history. It's real history that they're teaching you, but like in a fun Broadway musical show point of view. So definitely watch it. It was great. Six the Musical. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? M9G, glad you could be here. Welcome from Colombia. Welcome. PK said, whenever I think of Henry the First, 2 people come to mind: Henry Downer and Mark Henry. Danger? I think I said his name wrong. I didn't research into those people. Like, I think they were monarchs of England, right? I don't research into them. Like the thing about me and the research of medieval history, like, I go back, but I don't go far back. So I guess what I've learned about regarding to medieval history, European history, is just, like, the people who's promoted. And obviously sometimes I'll take, like, a deeper dive into them. But I guess it's the scandals that's remembered, you can say. So that was a big scandal. But I think I'll look into them, PK. Henry... let me see. Let me write their name down. I'll make a screenshot. I'll look into them. Another monumental figure that I really like, if we're looking at history, only because I saw the TV show Reign. That TV show is historically inaccurate, but after I saw the TV show, I loved it so much. I did an independent dive into the main character, Mary, Queen of Scotland. She's really, like, her story is definitely sad, but like, she's another historical queen, you can say. Medieval historical queen who was like that girl, you can say. But unfortunately, she existed in the same time as Queen Elizabeth did. We're talking about the first, not the one that just passed away. The first, okay, Queen Elizabeth the first. We're talking about her. They existed on the same timeline. They were cousins, and one was Protestant and one wasn't. I forgot which one was Protestant, which one wasn't. So unfortunately, you want to eliminate, in that era, they wanted to eliminate the people who had direct ties to the throne. And unfortunately, Mary, Queen of Scotland, had direct ties almost after Elizabeth, because Elizabeth didn't have any kids, to the throne of England. And she was listening to advisors, male advisors. And she had to unalive her cousin, unfortunately. But Mary, Queen of Scotland, if you take a deep dive into her history too, it's very interesting and very, very enjoyable. You can also watch the TV show Reign. It's not historically accurate. It really isn't historical accurate, Reign, but like, it's a great introduction into like a dramatized version of Mary, Queen of Scotland. It's not historical accurate at all, the TV show Reign, but it's a good show. You're here for the history, PK? All right. We'll continue to stick around for the history, perhaps in another live stream or later on in the stream, somebody will ask a question. Like, because you guys lead the discussion. So 9 times out of 10 when I stream, I'll come on with a specific purpose. So my purpose for this stream was to show y'all what I ate. And then after that, it turned into a chat with me. So after that, you guys ask me questions. And if I'm able and knowledgeable, to answer your question or topic, we can take an in-depth discussion on that. Just know everything I share is my opinions about these ideas, about these topics. So yeah, you guys lead the discussion on my streams. And if at any point you disagree with my opinion, it's okay. Let me know if you disagree. don't feel like you're being alienated because you disagree. You are still more than welcome on my channel, okay? Because this is a channel. If we agree, if we disagree, you are still welcome. That's how we learn from each other and gain cross-cultural perspectives and things like that. Okay, Cats, you didn't know that? All right. And like I said, it was probably some a little bit historical inaccuracies was in that description, but for the most part, the general story is the same. Because remember, I'm not a history major. That's just something that I enjoy learning about in my own independent free time. History. So yeah. Kat said Royal English history as well. Yeah. They had the time, they had the money and the power. Exactly, Kat spoke about. Like, you can literally trace their ancestor. I did it one time. I think, I don't know, for whatever reason. I remember one time I was on the internet. It could be a little wrong because obviously the internet's wrong, but I kind of traced it, the European ancestry, to like the 1300s. That's how far I got with the European ancestry for like the monarchy. Fun fact, another fun fact about the European monarchy, if y'all didn't know. They're really German. I mean, obviously now they're English because they're born in England, and obviously they marry their distant cousins sometimes. Mostly their distant cousins, 9 times out of 10. They marry them, so they're English now, but like their blood really is German blood. You know why they changed their name to Windsor? Or Winder, whatever it is. You know why they changed their name? Because of Hitler. That's why. During the Nazi era, they didn't want to be associated with that, so they changed their name to a more English name for y'all. Saw it in a documentary. Hey baddies, how are y'all doing? You've been to some musical in Broadway? Yes. Which one have you been to, PK? Which one's your favorite? I've seen Shucked on Broadway. I've seen Six the Musical. I saw Michael Jackson on Broadway. I saw The Lion King. Is that all? I think that's all. There could be more. I have to go on my Instagram. Shucked, Six the Musical, The Lion King, Michael Jackson on Broadway. Yeah, I saw them. They were all pretty great, but definitely my favorite, my top 2 for sure, was Six the Musical, and I definitely did enjoy The Lion King. Michael Jackson on Broadway is really cool too to see. Oh, you saw the Michael Jackson one? Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that was more so like a concert one. TK said Henry Dallinger from the Nickelodeons, you know. Oh my gosh. Those people who I'm a researcher, they're not even... They weren't even like monarchies in Europe. Okay. Alright. Okay, so they were a Nickelodeon and a wrestler. Okay. Well, I've never heard about them. Perhaps I'll still do some research into that. That's funny. I thought you guys were giving me like historical names to research. You gave me Nickelodeon and WWE wrestler. Okay, cool. Henry Walker from the horror movie Dead Silence. I don't know that person, PK. Lion King and Michael Jackson on Broadway are nice. Okay, nice. Hey, it's your boy LA. I have not seen you a while on the live stream. How are you doing? Glad you could be here. Glad you could be here today. It's your boy LA said. Like, subscribe. Shout out from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Welcome from Louisiana. What's it like in Louisiana right now? I'm reporting live from my dorm room. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. Welcome back. Really appreciate your continued support. If you are a returning supporter, I am seeing some familiar names. PK, it's your boy LA, Drake, Cats and Pokemon, King of the Weather, you were here earlier. We definitely have some familiar people. Blue coming in, Tat, Shamir. Really appreciate your continued support. If you are a new viewer here, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and joining the Uniquely Mia community. I really do appreciate your support. As I always say, all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. Thomas said, I'm going home from your bike ride. Okay, nice. Well, shout out to you, Thomas, for going out and exercising. Very nice. Oh, PK, I didn't forget. So you want my analysis on Jasmine, Princess Jasmine. All right, so how does Uniquely Mia view Princess Jasmine with my opinions? What was Princess Jasmine? Okay. I do like Princess Jasmine. She's great. She's really great. Love her fashion. Really great. I don't ship her with Aladdin. I will say I don't like her with Aladdin. I really don't, personally. Yeah. I don't like her with Aladdin. But she's a great character. The scenery was good. Yeah. But I really... The only critical perspective that I have about Princess Jasmine is that I really did not like her with Aladdin. And yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to elaborate. I mean, I could elaborate, but like it's gonna be double standards, and I'm not one to believe in double standards, so I don't like her with Aladdin at all. But yeah, that's my review on Jasmine. She was definitely a strong example of a female Disney princess. She didn't give up anything much. She was still a queen or princess in her own route, in her own league. After she went through all the extravaganza with Aladdin and Jafar, she was still good. PK said, if you like horror movies about dolls. Okay, you recommend Dead Silence. Okay. Have I seen that? I think I've seen that. Dead Silence. I think I've seen that. I'm Googling it to see the picture of like the advertisement. I think I've seen it though. Why is my internet not working? Oh my god. Hey Thomas, love and support from Wisconsin. Welcome from Wisconsin, Thomas. What's it like in Wisconsin today? Do not crash out. Oh my god, bro. It's okay. It's okay. It's out. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens for a second. Oh my god, bro. Okay, we're back. This school traumatized me, guys. They keep making the internet go out, so they traumatize me. No cats, like exactly. Last week, literally 2 times in the same week, the internet went out. So luckily, it went out for a second, but I was able to reconnect. But literally, the school traumatized me. So now I feel like anytime my iPad disconnects from the internet, cats, that it's gonna be out for hours. Like, I don't understand why that happens either. But hey, KY, how are you doing, Kai? What's up? What's up is that I'm just giving you guys my analysis on Disney princesses if you guys want me to do so. And yeah. So yeah, if you have a question, comment, or concerns, you guys lead the discussion. Yes, I have seen Dead Silence. I've seen it. PK, great movie. I do agree it's a great movie. The ending, it had me though. I will say, horror movie done right. Because I love horror movies where people survive. I love movies where they have the final girl, but that was a horror movie that was done right. That horror movie was like, you think you're surviving this horror movie? Ain't nobody surviving. Nobody is surviving. I will say it wasn't as scary as Annabelle, but it definitely still teaches some very important and like valuable lessons. All right. The whole family was cursed, and that can happen to families. If you believe in religion and stuff, families can be cursed. Okay. Even family members. So that's why sometimes we may not like family members, guys. That's why family members may not like us, or we may not like them. However, sometimes if we share blood, you really gotta check up on what that family member is doing to make sure they're not messing with the wrong people. Even, what movie was that? Even Final Destination showed that. Because in Final Destination, the whole bloodline was cursed. So in that Dead Silence movie, the whole family was literally cursed because of one ancestor's sin. One ancestor's sin and wrongdoing way back when. Everybody. The whole line was like, okay, bet you're eradicated. So that's what that movie really shows. It was a great movie though. Did enjoy it. PK said Mary Shaw was the villain. Yeah, I saw it in Dead Silence. She was a puppetster who died and her soul went inside it all. Yeah, and she cursed everybody essentially. Kat said I'm in and out of the background. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know, Cats. Thomas said it's a mixture of sunny, and cloudy. Okay, where you're at, Thomas. Okay, so it sounds like more so of an indoor day, even though you did ride your bike. Hopefully it didn't rain on you while you were riding your bike, Thomas, because one time I did have to ride in the rain. That kind of sucked. But you said you're riding home, Thomas, so you should be safe now. Kat said Moana is a great princess too. Yeah, 100% she is. She's also technically the oldest Disney princess. Exactly, timeline universe. I do agree, Kat. Moana is a great Disney princess because she is one, literally, I haven't seen the second movie, but based on the first movie, She doesn't let romance define her or get in the way of her goals, nothing like that. She is dead set. Moana, from the first movie, she is set on saying, okay, my village, the purpose of my village is like to expand its territories. That is what I'm going to do. And while she's out there, she does meet Maui. She does like meet a god, and like he has his own goals, but she's still dead set on her goals, and she makes a bargain to achieve her goals. Okay, so Moana is, I feel like if we want to look at Disney, like some great movies that Disney showed little, great movies that Disney made that we need to show little girls, definitely Princess and the Frog with Tiana, and definitely Moana Cats, because Moana teaches little girls, even Princess and the Frog teaches little girls, and it can teach little boys too, but predominantly it's little girls who's gonna watch Disney. You have this goal, keep on working towards your goal. You do not need somebody else, whether that's a male, whether that's a female, coming in and thinking that they can achieve that goal better than you can. Because Moana was literally going to be the only female chief in her like family history if you look at it. So she was great. Love Moana. She's great. No constructive criticism for me for Moana. None at all. What we saying? PK said the only part of Dead Silence I'm confused about is the young woman. No, that was Mary Shaw, I think, PK. Yeah, that young woman, that was Mary Shaw. Because remember, Yeah, Mary Shaw, she wasn't necessarily a doll. She was a spirit. So what I feel like happened, that young woman, she was either a spirit that jumped into that young woman. So obviously the spirit jumped into her. She took over her body. So that young one was thus Mary Shaw in that moment of time. Or what happened was Mary Shaw, her ghost, took on the form of that young woman. So that's how I interpret it, PK. But yeah, what happened was when I saw the ending, I thought they would make a part 2. So immediately after that movie ended, PK, when I first saw it, I immediately Googled to see if there's a part 2, and unfortunately there wasn't a part 2. So there was definitely some gaps, but yeah. I don't want to say it. Oh my gosh. Why'd you type that? PK, no! Don't type that in the chat. Guys, don't read PK's comment. I'm big on karma, okay? I'm big on karma, and like, even though it's a movie, I don't want to do that. It's like The Ring. Anytime I watch the movie The Ring, that scene comes on with the movie that they show, I never watch it. Anytime that scene comes on with the movie playing, I close my eyes in The Ring, and then I open it when I hear the phone ringing. Because I'm like, even though it's a movie, you never know. Obviously that's gonna happen, but like, I'm big on superstition and stuff like that, so I'm not reading that. Guys, don't read PK's song lyrics that they type from Unique Limia's point of view. Okay. Oh, I thought you retyped it. You scared me for a second there, PK. I thought you repasted the song. What do we say? Kat said, Mia, do you know about pixel theory? Oh yeah, we're like, yeah, I've heard about that. About the pixel theory that all Disney Pixar movies exist in the same, interdimensional time plane. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. And I've also heard, particularly related to the Disney movies though, that all the Disney, I guess it relates to the same thing you just said. All the Disney princess, they exist in the same exact timeline in a way, or the same plane. And like, if we watch, have you seen Wreck-It Ralph, Cats and Pokemon? If you watch the movie Wreck-It Ralph, you kind of see that a little bit. Because I think you have to get to Wreck-It Ralph 2, the second movie in Wreck-It Ralph, and that's when they're trying to save the game. So like, the little girl and Ralph, they literally go to like this main meeting point, and they have like all the characters you can think about. Obviously it was a more like unserious kiddie version of the characters, but it still relates. And if you watch other TV shows like Once Upon a Time, even though it's not a Disney show and not a Pixar show, Once Upon a Time, literally all the fairy tale characters, they came from the Enchanted Forest, and they exist in the same timeline, just like different kingdoms. So yeah, that I can 100% get that. I can 100% understand that for sure. Wow, it's 12:13 a.m. for you, Thomas. Where are you watching from? Yeah, it's 1:14 p.m. where I am. PK said, okay, because I was wondering what the connection was with the young woman and Mary Shaw. I thought maybe a young woman was, I don't know. She could have been a relative from Mary Shaw. I'm not discrediting that at all, but like, Yeah, when I watched it, that's how I thought about it. Like a spirit or like the ghost taking on the perception of that young woman. It could be one of the two. Drake said PK just bought back Trauma. That movie was scary. No, it was definitely good. It was a good movie, but yeah, like the first time I saw it, I was definitely scared. But when you rewatch, I kind of knew what to expect, so it was still scary. Like the first scene was just really sad because really like his fiance or his wife and like that really had to happen to her. That was really sad, but once again, if you look at the history, once again, I think somebody was a previous live stream I did in my room. People ask me, what can you learn from horror movies? That shows you. Know who, like if you are getting married to somebody or if you are having a kid with somebody, you really need to know the history of that person, because his wife, that guy's wife, did not need to think. If she did her research into his history and the curses and whatever, and if she was a little more cautious, she probably would have survived, because she was them because they were gonna have a kid together. So unfortunately that was sad, but like that's a lesson you can learn. And look up on your family members, guys. Make sure none of them are like going anywhere where they're about to be cursed, because the curse is gonna come to everybody who have that direct bloodline. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's scary. Like I said, horror movies, it definitely teaches you something for sure. It really does teach you something. Even if it's like 1%, I feel like if you pay attention to any movie at all, it teaches you something. Like when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Criminal Minds, mostly because one day I shall work for the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. So I used to watch a lot of horror movies. Not horror movies, but I used to watch a lot of Criminal Minds movies, because I was like, I'm going to be a behavioral analyst for the FBI. That's what younger Unique Lamia always said, right? So I'm like, in my mindset, when I was watching that, I was like, okay, this is going to prepare me. So I feel like what Criminal Minds did, though, it didn't make me paranoid, but it made me cautious, because like sometimes I remember at one time after I saw an episode of Criminal Minds, one episode was like the unsub. You don't know who unsub? The unsub is essentially like the projected criminal. So the unsub, he was poisoning his victims, because he was lacing the envelope, because you know when you have an envelope, people tend to lick it to like close it. So he was lacing poison or a sleeping potion on that part where females would lick the unsub, and thus that's how he would get females, grab them. And I remember after I saw that show, one time my mom had to close the envelope. I looked at her, I'm like, what are you licking that for? You don't watch Criminal Minds? She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look at the show. And she's like, you're taking it too serious. I'm like, Mom, yes, I may be taking it serious, but where do you think the directors got this idea from? Where do you think they got this idea from? And then I saw Hannibal Lecter, and then I decided, I don't think Unique Lamia will be a behavioral analyst. She'll still work for the FBI, but not a behavioral analyst, because did you see Hannibal Lecter? And what Clarice had to do, Clarice was right in front of those bodies. Like, what in the world? Hannibal Lecter is a very scary movie. To this day, guys, Hannibal Lecter, I don't even know if it's a horror movie, based on a true story or whatever, but Hannibal Lecter is one movie. No matter how many times I rewatch it, I am so scared of Hannibal Lecter, guys. So very scared. Kat said, yes, Moana never gave up. Exactly. Remember in the movie, she repeated, yes, I am Moana. Exactly. I am Moana Montanini, okay? You will board my boat, sail across the sea, and restore the heart of Tahiti. Exactly, Cats and Pokemon. What is Moana doing? Moana was manifesting what she wanted to do and reminding herself that she is that girl, who she is. Exactly. That's what she was doing. And that's beneficial to little kids. Even adults, Cats, that is so beneficial to building their self-confidence and reminding you who you are and not looking for other people to, like, give you that self-confidence, whatever. So love Moana. So yeah, if there's any parents on the live stream, any adults, anybody, and you want to expose yourself or your child or a child in your life to some positive cartoons, Disney shows, movies, have them watch Moana, because Moana is definitely teaching them some valuable lessons, 100%. Drake said, I'm just scared of ghost dolls, paranormal activities. I think, have I seen paranormal? I think I've seen paranormal activities, Drake, but I didn't finish the full movie. I think I started the first one, then I had to stop because, like, the way they were recording it, because it was, like, the way the movie was showing you was, like, through a camcorder, I think. I couldn't get through that. I didn't like that. But yeah, I do agree. Ghosts, the dolls. I want to say ghosts more so scare you. I feel like evil ghosts scare you because I mean, like I feel like if we're believing in nice ghosts, I mean in evil ghosts, there's probably belief on good ghosts too. So I feel like more so now if any ghosts are watching me, stay away from me. Even if you're a good one, stay away. But like the bad ghosts definitely scare me. PK said, I agree. You can 100% learn a lot from horror movies. A lot of life survival tips are taught from a horror movie. Exactly. Yes, I have. Drake, you have to act. I have definitely seen it. It is definitely, it's a good movie. It's really good. But it's not more so it's a horror movie, but it's not. I will say Georgie's kind of sad. Like, really, what did you do that to Georgie for? Georgie was like a little kid. Leave Georgie alone. But it's a good movie. Any Stephen King movie that he makes is good, or like any of his books that are adapted into movies, I find them to be really good. But yeah, I did definitely enjoy it. It was definitely a good movie. I remember when yeah, it was definitely a good movie. It was really funny. Hey PK said, I feel like they should play horror movies in schools. Oh my god. No, okay. That would scare the kids. Guys, I was on little kids. I feel like little kids have a second sense to them. Because I say this because anytime we watch a horror movie, a little kid is always the first person to pick up on something bad happening, but their parents never believed them. Or I was on TikTok yesterday, and this guy, he was a prankster, right? It was so funny though. He was walking around in public doing creepy laughs. Literally, he was walking around in public doing the most creepy laugh ever. And you know what he was doing? Literally, anytime he did that creepy laugh around adults, the adults would look at